online. Ends 9/13. Order by noon for same-day banners. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Looking for your next adventure without the commitment? Check out our rentals at All-Star Toyota. When you rent, not only will you get 7 days for the price of 6, you can try before you buy. Rent any of our new vehicles, sedans, trucks, SUVs, and try out your choice. And the best part, if you love it, you can buy it. Try before you buy at All-Star Toyota on Airline at Goodwood. Check out our rentals at All-Star Toyota.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. At Parrish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parrish Construction and Roofing. Parrish Built. Parrish Built. Parrish Built. From your hometown. ParrishBuilt.com.
Get Gordon and get it done. Get Gordon and get it done. Corrects done. Personal injury done. Workers' comp done. Truck wrecks done. Get Gordon and get it done. Get Gordon and get it done.
Attorney Gordon McKernan, Baton Rouge, LA 22-13634.
Get Gordon.
At Jim's Firearms, we stock more because we sell more, and during our tax-free weekend store-wide savings event, now is the time to buy. Save on Marlin Classic, just $999.95, or Marlin Trapper, just $1199.95. Tax-free savings, September 5th to the 7th. Jim's Firearms, Baton Rouge.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, August 29th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 91 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk about the news surrounding LSU safety A.J. Hawsey and his availability for the LSU-Clemson game. We'll talk a big trade in the NFL, and we'll get to some New Orleans Saints news as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from Rouses Supermarket at Burbank and Lee, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester,
Yep, got it. 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo! Welcome in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge here on this Friday morning. It is game week. We are just a day away from LSU taking on the Clemson Tigers there in Memorial Stadium. Jake and Flynn on site at Rouses here on Burbank. Alondra and Tay back in studio. It is Football Friday. It is finally here. How you doing, sir?
Oh, man, I am doing great. I can't be better, man. We did it. We made it. It is Football Friday. LSU Tigers kicking off tomorrow. They kick the butts of them Clemson Tigers. And we made it to football season 2. It was beautiful getting home yesterday from work and just turning on ESPN and watching football. Having it on the background. It is officially time. So it's a good feeling. It's and this is a great setup here at Rouses here on Burbank. Got the beautiful pregame desk here. I feel official. I feel like we're kind of like I feel like Lee Corso a little bit. Kirk Herbstreit on this desk. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, it is. It's it's a step above. Normally when you go out on a remote or you go to media days, you get like a normal table.
Crawfish table.
Exactly, and you get a tablecloth and you throw it on there. We are officially official here at Rouses.
Guess what else they gave us?
What?
Buttons.
Yeah, don't touch those.
Why?
Because we gotta remember
and shiny.
We gotta remember which one is actually which. We taught you what a jamboree was, I think, last night. You wrote me we were going to watch the same one at 6, and you said the jambalaya is at 6.
Yeah, well, there's a question mark at it. I was just confirming the time.
I said jambalaya. I think it was jamboree.
I think it was corrective or auto text.
Okay.
Auto correct.
Okay.
Because it knows jamboree is not a word.
I said the gumbo's at 6.
Yeah. So we nailed it. I got there. Watched the U-High versus Dunham Jamboree last night.
Yeah, it was
fun. Great. It was awesome. Over at Parkview. Great field. Beautiful night, too, man. It wasn't hot.
Yeah. I started thinking,
little sunset. It just looked like football, baby.
Yeah, I started thinking how cool it was that U-High had like a top player in the country, top 5 player in the country, regardless of like what service you look at. And then Dunham's got a top 5 player in the country for the next cycle, no matter which site you look at. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool to have that in the city here and, an opportunity to go see them play against each other.
Yeah, just playing on a random August 28th, Thursday evening, just a couple of 10-minute halves. Just to get to go see them, go out there, and I know everybody's still working. They're getting ready. I guess their week 1 will be next Friday or Thursday or Friday. I know they kind of switch up, but it's great to go see some really talented guys and kids. Man, high school football is so fun to watch. It's just, man, the try hard that they have and the passion they play with is great. So, it was a good match. I think U-High scored a few more points, but there was plays made on both sides and some really good players. I saw I was listening. The PA announcer came over and said the name Hester a couple of times.
He did, yeah.
So shout out for sure. Like to hear that name Hester on the football field.
Yeah, shout out Jackson Hester. A little nose guard action.
Absolutely.
In the trenches.
Hey, got some speed. People are talking.
Well, I mean, his dad did play nose guard until he was a junior, so
it's in the blood.
He's still got a chance
to
move over to running back. We'll see there. I do have to complain about the shirt you're wearing, though.
Why?
It's inaccurate.
Well, this is the second time I've worn it.
Yeah, well, it says the Nuss Bus, and it's got a number 13 there in the window, sir.
Well, they haven't printed the shirts. Well, who is?
Actually, the shirts are available. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, this is an OG collector's item, if you will. Like, look, there's nobody more pissed out there about this 18 number than the person that just bought the Nusmeier jersey for the season. Bought it on a Friday.
It's so easy, though. You just get some athletic tape and you just close in the threes.
Yeah, that's true. Those jerseys are
I'm going to go get you some whiteout right now.
Those jerseys are pretty cheap. So, like, on a Thursday, you buy your jersey. Like, oh, man, I'm going to give it to my kid. It's their birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Here's your jersey. Then on Friday, it switches numbers. Tough.
Yeah.
Tough out there. You think they already got the 18 Nusmeier, like, authentic jerseys on the shelves?
No doubt.
That's fast turnaround.
Again, very easy to change a 3 into an 8.
Yeah, but it's not official.
I'll get you one.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
Well done, Alondra. Well done. Never do it when we're supposed to do it.
We weren't 100% sure we were going to hear it or not, so
I was like, I'm going to get her today. That was pretty quick. Go to GoFlowIV.com. GoFlowIV.com. That is the website for GoFlow IV Spa. Go see them today. Book your appointment. It is right on Jefferson near Bocage. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, go see them. Today is actually the perfect day to go see them over there on Jefferson Highway. Go. If you haven't been yet, you can go sign up, get an account. I did it a couple of weeks ago. I was in and out my first time. I was in and out probably 30 to 40 minutes. Signed up, got an IV, felt better. It is like immediate relief. And, we know it's game week. We know it's the first week of the season. We're going to be having maybe a couple of adult bevies, a couple of cold pops. So prepare yourself. Go get an IV. If you've never done it, go check it out. It works immediately. Go Flow IV.
All right, so as we get this show started, obviously the big news for LSU football, LSU safety A.J. Halsey will miss the first half versus Clemson coming up tomorrow night. And he's not going to play in the first half because in his last game of the 2024 season, when he was playing for Houston, he was ejected from the contest. And the rules state if you are ejected for fighting, you have to, if it's in the first half, you obviously get kicked out for that game. You miss the second half of that game. If it's in the second half, you miss the first half of the next game. And this is the rule put into place. And for me, it's like, okay, this happened when?
Yeah.
In 2024, okay? It happened at the end of the season. So we're talking about in November of 2024, going to affect August of 2025. And you can say, well, the rules are the rules. Well, I can still say it's a dumb rule. I can still say, like, of all the things the NCAA doesn't care about anymore and just hand waves and turns a blind eye, like, this is going to be the one, the week of the game? You're going to tell LSU Thursday of game week in a top 10 matchup that their starting safety's not going to be in there? Like, that's where I have issue. Even if you would have made sure LSU knew about this in May, all right, June, hell, even July, okay, you're telling them about it at least. But, like, to find out now, like, that's the part, like, what are we even doing?
Well, how would LSU not have seen this coming? If it was based on something that happened that was known about, right? How would they not have known the suspension was coming if the rule is already in place? I don't understand how that it's kind of like could be a surprise. I feel like you would have known that was coming, but it is weird. It's just a strange story that punishment wouldn't have been dealt out in reaction to whatever happened during the game. Now the game, of course, that was 7 months ago.
Yeah,
which is mind-boggling. But yeah, it's extremely concerning for me going into this game.
I'm concerned because you've told me the entire lead up that safety was going to be the most important position for LSU.
Yeah, and it's going to be the position that I'm watching the most, and this is certainly a concern for me when the guy that's going to be playing a lot of safety for you and is a huge impact and was a All Big 12 player a year ago. It's a guy that I think that had a chance to be pretty impactful. So we got to rotate in. You got to put some guys in. But like Taylor has told us, all through training camp, there has been a lot of rotation in the secondary during training camp. So a lot of guys have got a lot of reps, a lot of playing time. And so, you got to go in there and play without him for one half. You got to keep Cade Klubnik in the pocket. You got to keep him from running, got to keep him in that first half from making too many explosive plays. Like I said, he's going to make his plays, but for Halsey to get suspended, it's just a weird story to me. I just don't understand how something can happen.
I'm with you that part.
Season, nobody know about it. The NCAA sit on their hands for so long and then deal out the suspension.
Yeah, so the quote from Brian Kelly before he found out that this was going to, in fact, come across, we're waiting on clarification on that. This was Thursday before he found out. We were informed on his situation on Wednesday, so we'll see where that ends up. We're practicing him, preparing him to play. We'll wait for further guidance. And again, he's going to play in the game. He's just going to be in the second half. Right. But I am with you as far as, okay, well, if this was the rule put into place, if you get thrown out for fighting, you got to miss a half. Like, where was the miscommunication? And obviously it stays with you no matter if you change schools like A.J. Halsey did from Houston to LSU.
Yeah, that's the part that to me is confusing and strange. It's like
maybe they thought, even though Houston didn't play in a bowl game, maybe they thought like that space was going to be
right
where it would take effect, even though you didn't play in a bowl game. That's still not going to happen.
And you would think if there's no communication unless the kid and they didn't tell LSU that there was this if it wasn't this big thing, this big public thing that was on ESPN about this fight because it wasn't in a bowl game.
Yeah.
Maybe at that point, as NCAA just like, hey, just tells the kid maybe they told the University of Houston and they didn't tell the kid. So I don't know. It's just a strange situation and unfortunate that it happens right now. And of course, I'm going to blame the NCAA on this one. That was dumb to wait this long. What are we doing?
Well, they were worried about the Michigan situation that they came down so hard on Michigan for.
Yeah, that's true. They had bigger things, bigger fish to fry.
A lot of people are, letting Clemson know snitches get stitches as well. Apparently this was Clemson that made the NCAA aware. That's your guy, Dabo.
That's my guy?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that said he was going to get injured running down the hill.
That's still your guy.
That's my guy. Okay, yeah. Yep, absolutely.
So now it's okay. Well, how do you replace A.J. Hawsey? Because you're not going to get the same level of play. That's the obvious statement. There's a reason why he was a starter. There's a reason why you got him from Houston. There was a reason why he was an all-conference player. Is it going to be Jordan Gilbert, Javen Toviano? Is it going to be Deshaun Spears? Is it going to be a combination of all three of those players? Like, that's going to be, like, you have another transfer into Marcus Cooley, obviously, and he had a similar situation, but he's going to be good to go, and it is going to.
So we got a couple guys transferring that got a little fight in them, huh?
Yeah.
Literally.
Little dog.
Little dog in them. I like it.
So you have a very veteran player in Jordan Gilbert. Now, he is healthy. Last year, he was not healthy the entire way. You have experience. So I'll throw that back to you, all right? He's a player that's been – last year, I mean, he was a full-time starter. LSU wanted to upgrade at the position. That's no secret. But he does have starting experience in multiple SEC schools. I do find that to be a better situation than if you were trying to play a freshman, a redshirt freshman that had never been in the thick of it. I mean, Jordan Gilbert, at least, I mean, he played at A&M. He's played at LSU. The venue and the moment at least won't be too big for him.
Yeah, I think that is a big deal. I mean, if you can ever – if something happens to a starter and you can ever insert experience there, that's a premium for any team, especially in this game when we've talked about safety being so important. So to be able to rely on him, but I would expect that it's going to be a rotation of guys. I mean, there's been so many guys rotating in during training camp. I would expect you'd see multiple guys just rotated in and out in that first half.
Yeah.
And look, it's one half. It's 2 quarters. I know a lot can happen, but first game of the season, there's going to be a lot of energy out there. I would expect that. A big rotation. But to have Gilbert and that experience is for this type of short period of time, for a first and a second quarter, I believe is a big asset for us. I mean, you never want to have a guy that you're relying on being a starter and have had him in the starting rotation for so long. At the last minute, have the rug pulled from under you. But to be able to just say, all right, hey, experience, go in there. The moment's not too big for him. We know he's played in big-time stadiums. We know the lights aren't going to be too bright. So it's good. And obviously they wanted to upgrade from a talent level. That's fine. But, like, experience to me in that situation, especially for a short amount of time in the game, is definitely the way you go.
And I know that Gilbert's been working at your favorite position, star.
Yep.
Like, kind of been rotating in there. But
you think they'll create a new position now?
No, because Alabama took all the names of all the positions with Wolf and the other ones that they had.
Yep.
But this is somebody you can very easily slot back to safety. And, again, it might not be him. I'm trying to think of, okay, here's the situation, all right? You're going into a hostile environment. You've got somebody that has been through the fire before. You also have to worry about, at least I do, about sudden change. We talk about it on the field all the time. It happens off the field as well, right? You find out on Thursday that your starting safety not going to be available in the first half, all right? Which player do you think can handle that the best? When you call him into your office, is it a redshirt freshman? Is it a senior who's been through it? Right?
Yeah,
because that situation to me, if I'm a senior and you're like, hey, bud, AJ, he's out for the first half, you're in. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm a freshman and they tell me that, I got the night sweats a little bit.
Got the night sweats, got those butterflies. You start panicking a little bit. You start thinking about the game plan. But, like, you just said that again. And, like, the more you say it to me and the more you say it out loud, the more it sinks in, how the Thursday before the opening game of the season, you find out one of your starters is suspended for something that happened last November.
Yeah.
The more you say it, the more ridiculous this sounds to me. And the more it's, like, kind of making me mad. Like, this is complete. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. Either Houston held the information the kid held the information, or the NCAA just did not make a decision or a ruling, or didn't even think about it
until they got made aware of it this week. Yeah, and
the more you say it, the more like ridiculous the story is.
And it's gonna look. There was people on my mentions, Clemson fans, all last night. I didn't even tweet about it, and they're still already tagging me like rules are rules. Okay, all right, nerd. I'm not. This isn't even arguing rules are rules. I just think it's dumb. If it was a Clemson player, I'd want the Clemson player to be able to be available if something happened in November that was like on the field, because in the heat of a football game, heaven forbid we got into a little fisticuffs is what you like to call it, right?
Yeah, fisticuffs.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you see?
Of all the things, like you go into an NCAA parking lot now and, it looks like you're going to a car show because there's so many incredible vehicles in there. And, like, we're worried about this. And this is what's going to keep you off the field.
Rules are rules. Cool. You ever rolled through a stop sign, bud? You ever gone 46 and a 45? Come on. Don't be a hypocrite.
So, yeah, look, for LSU fans.
It happened last November.
Yes. For LSU fans, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is going to be a good thing for LSU. Safety is the most important position in this game, and your best safety potentially is out for 30 minutes of the game. I will say this. I will say that the Gilbert portion of it, you are very fortunate to have somebody like that ready to go. Look, he's had some good times, had some bad times in LSU uniform. I will say he was playing injured most all of last year. Let's hope that there's a better version that we're going to get in the first half against Clemson. You could be in a situation where you have somebody never been, redshirted maybe last year, never really been in a game like this on the road. So for a really bad situation, you at least have something that I think can help ease some of the nervousness and the stress if you didn't have a veteran player ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, it eases the tension, but, I mean, it's not a great situation to have a guy like that out at such a key position to me, in my opinion, for this game plan. So, I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It's not great for the first half, but look, it's one half. You got a guy with experience jumping in there, and, he's going to come in. Halsey's going to come in the second half with fresh legs. Dominate.
All right, we will take our first break of the show. We are here live on remote at Rouses Football Friday here on the station. One of our favorite times of the year. Come hang out, come see us, come say what's up. We will be here through our normal time. We have got a big show planned for you today. We have got, fingers crossed, the Meathead Quad Box that we've been talking about. It's going to be AJ Hawk and Bobby Carpenter joining us. We are going to also have an interview we had with the head coach of your New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore. We've got that locked and loaded, ready to go for you as well. Big Football Friday here, live from Rouses.
Off the bench.
All right, go to boudreauxelectrical.com. Once you go to the website, go ahead and get that contact information. Give them a call. It is not too late. Storm season obviously has already started, but they have over 80 generators in stock right now, ready to go. Those numbers on the North Shore, 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, it is 225-300-9389. Go to the website today, get everything scheduled, see what they can do for you at boudreauxelectrical.com.
Yeah, Boudreaux's Electrical, they are the generator company. So if you have just kind of been thinking about it, you're like, I don't know if I want to pull the trigger, give them a call. Go to their website right there on boudreauxelectrical.com. There's a big red button. You can request a free Generac quote. So if it's that time, it is that time of year. It is hurricane season. We are right in the thick of it. So be the MV of your neighborhood. Keep the lights on when the power goes out. That is boudreauxelectrical.com.
Surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
Do it, baby.
I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
I needed you to put your headphones on. Funky Friday is for you, and I'm over here listening, and you're not.
Now it's Funky Football Friday.
That's what they say.
Triple F.
That's what they say.
But it is. It's Football Friday. It is, man, it's exciting. Rouses here. So we're here at Rouses on Burbank. We got here, I got here pretty early. I got here about 6:25, 6:30 to see if there was anything I could do to help with the setup, of course. Our guy, Bo and Adam.
Did you think they were going to let you plug in anything?
I did. I plugged in my own personal charger.
There you go.
Learned
you plugged in mine, too.
Learned how to turn the mic up, learned how to turn the volume up. Didn't learn about these buttons. So
you want to try just?
Yeah, let's just push them. They better. Nothing works.
Nope. Didn't hear nothing there. It's got to be prodded up. Which one's this? The last one, Bo? Okay. There we go. Yes. That's how it was for me trying to touch it. Okay. We're in some real trouble here.
All right, we got one. We got one.
All right, let's go for
perfect.
There we go.
Love that.
Last night we had some college football. Boise State took it right on the chin.
Yeah.
South Florida said, welcome to the heat and humidity. Boise, we're going to treat you to a nice 34-7 whooping.
Yeah. See, I watched the beginning of this. Then we went to the jambalaya last night. And it was actually pretty close. But then I checked the scores, and I'm like, oh, my God. These guys really took it to them. But yes, you can just imagine. Like they kept it pretty close for a little bit. You can just imagine. Like you live in Boise, Idaho, near the mountains. Not a touch of humidity out there. They've probably been doing training camp in 74. It was hot probably one day and got to 80.
Yep.
And they come down to Florida. And they get hit right in the face when they walk off the airplane. As soon as they walk off the airplane, you kind of know. Like in the back of your mind, you can be tough all you want, but you know in the back of your mind when you hit that heat for the first time that this isn't good.
Oh, this is different.
This is different. I don't know if my body can react to this the same as it did up in the mountains. And I think you probably saw a little proof of that. But man,
they outscored them 24-0 in the second half.
Decent.
Either one of those teams hydrated. Uh-oh.
Actually,
don't answer that.
In the past, Boise State has been hydrated. I'd have to look on the sheet for this year. I don't know if they are this year. You know what? It can't work miracles sometimes.
That's true. That's very true. Not the only game, but certainly Boise State, 25th in the country, made the playoff last year. They lost Ashton Genty. A lot of people thought they'd be okay. Well, South Florida had other plans, and South Florida and Alex Golesh is good coach, and that foundation's completely different now. They get the victory 34-7. Rutgers over Ohio 34-31. You had NC State, East Carolina. Actually ended up being a really good game, 24-17. NC State, UCF, the Fighting Scott Frost take on Jacksonville State. That game ended 17-10. You had Missouri all over Central Arkansas, 61-6. Prabula coming over from Penn State, 23 of 28, 283 yards. And 2 scores. Certainly looks like he is QB1. I know that they played we're going to play multiple quarterbacks, and it was going to be a situation. No. Bro Prabula said, I'm QB1 here. He had 10 rushes for 65 yards and added 2 more scores on the ground. That was the only SEC team in action. Again, Missouri certainly gets it done 61-6. Still feeling pretty good about, my pick is them being the dark horse now. I mean, I know it's Central Arkansas, but still 61-6.
You feel good about that one?
I do.
Patting yourself on the back for picking that game?
No, I didn't pick the game. I'm saying Missouri, like even Ahmad Hardy, who they got over from Louisiana Monroe, one of the biggest running backs in the transfer portal. He goes 10 carries, 100 yards, and a score. So, like, the guys they brought over match with the guys they already had. I'm just saying, with their schedule, don't be surprised if you look up and Missouri's got double-digit wins for the 3rd straight year.
Not real gritty of you to sit here and 7:30 on a Friday before the first LSU game be celebrating a Missouri victory over Central Arkansas.
Well, giving some love to Conway, Arkansas. That's where it's at.
Yep. Then we had the night game last night. Nebraska, Cincinnati, in Arrowhead Stadium. They kept showing – we had Raola was playing quarterback for Nebraska, but then they kept showing him in the stands, in the box suites, watching the game. I was like, what's happening right here? He looks exactly like Mahomes. I don't care what you say. Mahomes was in the crowd watching the game, and Nebraska comes out with that one. They win 20-17.
It was a boring game.
It was kind of boring, but it was a.
I'm sitting there, and we're watching the games last night once we got home from the Jamboree, and I'm flicking back and forth, and I'm like, give me something. And we're watching Nebraska, Cincinnati, and we're going to Miami of Ohio and Wisconsin because that game was close for a long time too. And same color schemes, it was just kind of. And Katie's like, I'm going to bed. I go, why? She goes, I'm not staying up to watch mediocre football. All right, well done.
That's fair. Fair enough.
That's pretty fair.
That is fair enough. So it's got to probably be like SEC.
Well,
an SEC good matchup.
I mean, Nebraska was a lot of people's, look out for this team in the Big Ten. And it's one game. And, Cincinnati, I don't think it's going to be very good. They weren't a year ago. They haven't been ever since that run that they had. And, Dylan Raiola looked okay. I mean, 33 of 42, 243, 2 touchdowns. But is there anybody dynamic on the field that you would worry about? It was just like.
I don't know. No idea. I was watching the game. I was kind of like you because we got home from from watching the high school football, and we had it on the television. We're putting the kids to bed, but I kept trying to watch it. I'm the same way as you and Katie were. Like, I was trying to watch it, and I was like, man, this is good. I'm going to keep it on. It's certainly on, but I'm also going to be doing some of my nightly chores. Going to be putting the kids to bed, doing some responding to some emails, things like that. So I wasn't like extremely locked in. So don't get me to start reciting all the playmakers from either team.
No. If you could, I would be very impressed, because playmakers there was not. And Nebraska, again, very trendy pick because of their schedule, who they had coming back, but I did not see it last night. But credit to them, they were victorious again, 20-17. I do want to throw it to our guy, Tay back in studio, because there is some LSU recruiting news. Tristan Keys flips from LSU to Tennessee. Now, it's not a big surprise. Flynn, I think even you'll remember we played the video on his official visit when he went to Tennessee.
Oh, that was him.
He's going down, the runway there, and he's showing off his watch, and they had, a whole crowd there, and it was like, wait a minute, aren't you committed to somebody else? Well, turns out he loved Tennessee there, and we've got a great story up on LouisianaSports.net right now, kind of logging it all, but I'll throw it back to studio. Tay, probably not too surprised that this happened.
No, not a surprise at all. Like, I don't even care that it's Tennessee. I know we saw the little cute red carpet that they did when he was on his recruiting trip. I kind of always knew this was going to happen. I just didn't know what school it was going to be. I mean, he continued to take trip after trip after trip. It was like you propose to someone, and then right after you request that you have an open marriage. Like, that's what Tristan Keys looked like this entire recruiting process. I'm not surprised in the least. Like, this was always going to happen.
You trying to say he had pineapples on his front porch?
Yeah, absolutely. Big time. Multiple pineapples.
Upside down ones?
All right, we're getting too far in the weeds because I don't know that. I don't even know what the upside down part means. It's recruiting, and it's a big player. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. It's number 7 overall player in the country. Plays receiver, playmaker. It's going to, if he signs with Tennessee, he signs with Tennessee. We'll see. We'll see if that ends up being the case in December. I'm not going to say that he's not a great player because he does look like he is, but I'll say this. It's high school. It's a high school recruit. You change your mind. Who knows where you get in December? And also, if there's one position that I don't really ever really worry about for LSU, it's the receiver position. I would say 4 of the best 6 receivers in the NFL right now are from LSU, and they're all from Louisiana. So, again, I'm not going to act like he's not a good player. Would you want him on your squad? Yeah, you'd want him. He's number 7 overall player. But the position that he plays, the talent that you've had at that position, if it was, an interior defensive lineman, if it was a star left tackle right now, if it was a position, a star, not a star, don't get mad, a star safety, then maybe it's a different conversation. But,
Husky, Sting.
Exactly. But at receiver, again, that's one position that I'm always going to trust. LSU has multiple guys, in-state guys that are going to be NFL players.
Yeah, it's a guy you like to have, of course, but just like you laid out, it's something we probably don't need to be too worried about because we can always recruit that position, always have good players right here in the state. There was one thing I was worried about, and I'm really glad to hear his voice. Taylor, I'm really glad you're here today. I'm glad you made it to work. You picked your head up off that pillow this morning. You stopped crying. We are at Rouses. We can get you some more tissues if you need it. So I know there was a big trade.
So I think we need to probably step away.
Yeah, I know.
Let him compose himself.
I'm just glad he's here and he's made it. He's alive. He's well.
And then we can go over something that Tay probably cried himself to sleep over. And we'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. That is the website for Russell Pool Company. When you go to the website, top right corner, 225-924-2527. Give them a call. Have them come out to your space. Now, while you're setting everything up, I would fully encourage you, check out the gallery of work they have there on the homepage. You'll notice there is no 2 pools that look the same because they're not going to have ordinary. They're going to have custom. Whatever you're dreaming up for your dream pool, they're going to be able to do. You're not going to see a kidney shave, just a rectangle. No. They are going to have your design, your features, the one you've had in mind, russellpools.com.
Yeah, normally when you start the pool process, you have to go hire a designer. You have to go hire a landscape architect. And you got to take those plans and try to speak and talk to the pool company to get it all worked out. Not with Russell Pools. They have 2 landscape architects right there on staff. That is different than any other pool company. So they can take your dream into reality. They can take what is in your head, design it out, and then put it in, and nobody builds a better pool than Russell Pools. So when you think of high-quality custom pools, think of Russell Pools at russellpools.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, and we are live on location at Rouses here on Burbank. We will be here throughout the totality of the show, so come hang out, come say what's up to us. Fired up to be here for Football Fridays. We're fired up. We're excited. You're probably excited because you've got football. You watched it last night. You're going to watch it tonight. You're certainly going to watch it all day tomorrow. You're going to watch the Tigers, the good Tigers, take care of the other Tigers tomorrow night, but I'm not sure that anything, Matthew, is going to get our boy Taylor Sharp fired up. He got some news. And I think you had some inside information with how strongly you were saying it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat saying that I probably need to be toting that OTB chain around right now. We don't have it here at Rouses, but I would be. Because, Taylor's walking around. You ever seen the meme of Pablo Escobar from the show where he's just kind of like sitting on a swing, like looking into space, kind of like just super depressed today? And like I said before going to break, I was just excited to hear his voice. I didn't know if I'd ever hear it again. It was one of those big-time situations. So yesterday, in an absolute mammoth blockbuster deal on the last moment, right? We're a week before NFL football seasons. A mammoth trade comes down, and we had been seeing this coming. It was the Green Bay Packers had something in their sights, and they offered a king's ransom. Micah Parsons gets traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers, and an absolute mammoth of a deal. Of course, the Micah Parsons, Jerry Jones standoff, everybody had been talking about it. It had been the lead of every sports show, besides local sports shows.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry wasn't
for a month.
Jerry wasn't fighting with Micah Parsons. He was fighting with Michael Parsons, as he kept saying. So maybe he thought he was trading Michael Parsons and not Micah.
And it's crazy because this is kind of how he's always done business, and it's never gotten to this point. I mean, he did it with Dak Prescott a couple years ago. He even franchise tagged Dak Prescott, and he signed him. I think they signed their contract the day of the first game of the season. So he's always come down, and it's always kind of been the knock on him. And he waits so long, and then he ends up paying more. But it always seems to work out. Well, this one just felt different leading up to it. It felt like there was some actual bad blood. It seemed like Micah Parsons was not going to back down, and Jerry Jones certainly wasn't going to back down. So when a rock meets a hard place, it was the Green Bay Packers. They offered him two first-round picks.
Yeah,
a defensive tackle,
a good defensive tackle,
But you're getting the best defensive player in the National Football League. And a trade reminiscent of when they traded for Reggie White back in the early 90s with the Green Bay Packers. So that worked out pretty good for them. So on a team that's loaded with talent and young talent.
Wasn't Reggie White like the first free agent? Isn't that how they got him?
Yeah, he was the kind of the poster child of free agency hitting the NFL that had been collectively bargained and all that. So it was like the change with the Reggie White signing to Green Bay kind of changed the landscape of NFL contracts in the NFL business in total. So that was in the early 90s, of course, and they went on a run. They won a Super Bowl in 96, I believe, and was in another Super Bowl in 97. So just a huge deal. Blockbuster deal, and all the Cowboys fans have to be just absolutely in shambles today.
Well, let's hear from our favorite one. We'll throw it to our favorite Cowboys fan, Mr. Taylor Sharp. Your reaction, sir?
Disappointed but not surprised. I mean, we talked about this on Tuesday on the show, and I was like, Micah's probably not going to play another snap for the Dallas Cowboys. I didn't think it was going to be the Packers. I hate that it's the Packers because my coworker Matt Flynn has been pushing it for the past week and a half, so that's a little unfortunate. But, I was getting text messages around 4:30. I think Jordan was actually the first one to text me, and all he said was, my condolences. I was like, all right, let me take out ESPN. Here we go. Who'd he go to? And then I see the Green Bay Packers. Look, it's typical Jerry Jones single-handedly ruining a franchise. He's done it for the last 30 years. He had the audacity yesterday to say, well, we made this trade because we needed to stop the run. Yeah, well, when you look at pass rush win rate, Micah Parsons was top 5. Nobody else on the Dallas Cowboys was top 25. So congrats, Jerry. You can't stop the run. Now you can't rush the passer either. You got 2 first-round picks back. Woohoo, who cares? I mean, you got Kenny Clark. He's fine. He's a solid piece. He's not Micah Parsons. Once again, he screwed this up. But the good news is, guys, he gave Jake Ferguson $52 million.
Oh, well, that's positive. He's a good tight end. Taylor, close your ears real quick on this one. new Green Bay Packers linebacker Micah Parsons is one of 2 players in the NFL history to have at least 12 sacks in each of his first 4 seasons of professional football. It's Green Bay Packer linebacker Micah Parsons and Reggie White. Those are 2 of them. The 2. That's the end of the list right there. You're not going to find anybody else on that list.
Yep.
So, new Green Bay Packer linebacker Micah Parsons, Taylor.
Yeah, so congratulations, Taylor. Alondra, make sure that you keep an eye on him in studio. Don't let him get too far away from you.
No short projects.
We will take a break. More OTB when we come back here. We are live from Rouses Market here on Burbank. Come hang out. Come see us. The store is open. It's already got some mojo. It's got some juice. People walking through, getting ready for game day. You can as well. It's OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
You know what else you can grab here? Some ice cold Dos Equis.
I can see the beer section from here.
And right now, as always, is the perfect time to go for Dos. If you're setting up your tailgate, you're getting ready. If you're going on the road to Clemson, South Carolina, enemy territory, make sure that when you grab the tent, the generator, the TV, you grab that ice chest with that ice cold Dos Equis. It is always a great time, but now is the perfect time to go for Dos.
Yeah, we talked about all the times where it's great beer. We talked about, mowing the lawn beer. We talked about airport beers, but there is no beer that's more delicious than game day beer. So if you haven't stocked up yet, come to Rouses. Come to Rouses this morning. You don't have to drink the beer this morning, but come to Rouses, get stocked up. You can meet and greet us. We can say hello, high five it during the break, whatever it is. So make sure this weekend at your tailgate, you're going for Dos. Drink Dos Equis. Drink responsibly. Delete some beers. Go.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are live here on Remote Football Friday at Rouses here on Burbank. Very excited to be here and very excited for the future of Taylor Sharp's NFL fandom.
Yeah, we got a big announcement after the big news yesterday of Micah Parsons being traded to the Green Bay Packers. Of course, Taylor's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, and he appreciates it. He loves them. He eats, sleeps, breathes Dallas Cowboys. Not a big fan of Jerry Jones. So this most recent move, I believe, as Taylor told us yesterday, he is ready to move on officially. He is ready to move on from a Dallas Cowboy fan and pick a new team. And guess how he's going to do that? We're going to do it right here on this show over the next few weeks, reality show style. Kind of like a Bachelorette, Survivor situation, Love Island. We're going to be voting people off the island.
Yep.
We're going to be voting teams off. We're going to be maybe we're going to give the chat a vote every now and then.
Yeah.
We will be eliminating teams. Taylor will be eliminating teams, and we will pick a new NFL football team to officially throw his hat in the ring with.
Yep. And if you're, looking for gently used Cowboy jerseys on eBay, T-Sharp17 is going to be the username there. Gently used. CD Lamb.
Yep. He
Micah
doesn't even
Parsons.
watch it. He's got the tear stains on the shoulders still, on the chest.
Yep.
Taylor, you want to, say anything about this reality radio show?
You got a minute left here, Tay.
No, I mean that's what I texted y'all last night. Like we're gonna make this happen. I told you guys there were a select few things that could get me out of here, and this was one of them. Like I'm done. Like I'll love the Cowboys. I may go back one day, but I mean Jerry's just sucked all the fun out of this. It's not fun to be a fan anymore, so I'm out.
There you go. He just said the Cowboys suck.
And he's out.
And he's out. So we're going to decide right here. So get ready. Next few weeks, it's going to be absolutely electric.
Yep. Well, this next segment could be electric or it could be a total disaster as we try to have two people on the phone at the same time. We were going to do it in video form, but one of the people we're going to have on is driving. So we're going to try it on the phone. It could be great, could be a total disaster, but it's going to have 4 meatheads. We'll have that for you when we come back on OTB.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to yourgoodwood.com. That is the website for Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. It is right there on Drusilla Lane in Baton Rouge. Now, if you want to pick up the phone, give them a call. Maybe, walk through it. Have a couple conversations, and you tell them what you're dealing with, and they can help you get to the bottom of it. That phone number is 225-4GD-WOOD. Again, go to the website, yourgoodwood.com. Book your consultation, see a full list of services, see what they can do for you, yourgoodwood.com.
Gentlemen, we are talking to you. If, we have these human bodies, we are men. As we get older, things happen, things don't work the same. So whether it's low T, whether it's low energy, whether the top of your head less hairy, whatever it is, they can help you out. Go in for a consultation, embarrassment-free. Just go see their services. Go talk to them. See how the professionals can help you. That is yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, August 29th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 91. In hour 2 of today's show, Bobby Carpenter and A.J. Hawk join the show to talk week 1 of college football. And at 8:30, New Orleans Saints head coach Kellen Moore. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from Rouses Supermarket on Burbank and Lee, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. You heard Taylor there. All right, we're excited, and we're going to continue to try to do this throughout the football season. Maybe at some point we have this on video, and it is the Meathead Quad Box. But we're going to welcome on our Meathead brethren here. Now, bear with us, right? You got 4 meatheads trying to figure out a 3-way call. I didn't know that that was still something that you could actually do. Haven't tried one of those since middle school. Look, one of us meatheads is a professor of finance, but he's not here. He's in Ohio, so we're going to pot him up. Let's see if we have our guys, A.J. Hawk and Bobby Carpenter. Fellas, did we got you?
Yes, sir. You got me.
Oh, we got Bobby.
I'm here as well.
Oh, yes. Look at us. Oh, you put 4 meathead brains together, you get half a brain cell, and here we are, fellas. I am glad to have you on the show. How fired up for college football, Bobby? I got to start with you. I mean, your boots on the ground. Like, you've got the game of the week in your backyard. You're going to be riding the bikes down to Ohio Stadium to check out the Buckeyes and the Longhorns. How fired up are we for the game of the week?
Oh, this is a game you've been waiting all offseason for, guys. We've been talking about transfer portals, NIL, house settlement, court cases, all that nonsense. Now you finally get a chance to see some actual football. It started last night with some great games on there. I know Hester and I were talking about the South Florida Bulls and Alex Golish getting it done, but tomorrow you get the main entree right off the bat. Full slate of games Saturday, full Sunday, and then a little entree on Monday night as well. But that noon kick, it is beautiful in Columbus, Ohio. We call it the San Diego of the Midwest because of the weather. You get about like 18 good days a year, and thankfully we're in that sweet spot right now where we're in one of those nice little San Diego days where I'm sitting outside. It's about 65 degrees, no humidity, and this is what it's supposed to be like all through the weekend. So a beautiful day to watch some football, take it in, and there should be no elements of weather that are impacting what should be a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I think Columbus and San Diego, they pretty equal climates over there, so that's a good. Yeah. So AJ, so you're on the road right now. So I'm assuming you're headed to the McAfee show. Where are y'all headed right now? So what's the plan for the Friday for this season on game day before game days?
Yeah, Pat was just getting in town, and he has game day stuff, and we're going to do a show from inside the stadium. Actually, it's not like an outside full show with people there and all that. It'll be just Pat and I actually at the desk, I think, somewhere inside Ohio Stadium, and have a few guests stop by. I think maybe Vince Young is in town. I think he might hopefully stop by, and we'll see who else we can wrangle up. But yeah, like Bobby said, just a beautiful day, great time for football. I don't know what it's like down where you guys, probably 100 degrees and still super humid, but it's beautiful here in Ohio, and we're excited. We're excited about football starting.
Yeah, well, we got a high of 91 today, so it's actually starting to cool down. But so y'all are going to be in the stadium, not the crowd, so you don't have to live and national television miss a bunch of basketball shots anymore from the desk.
Well, Flinter, that's the great thing. That's a tough shot. I'm not going to lie. From an elevated position, shooting down in a windy conditions, I think I've made one almost everywhere with Godwin. I actually have had to shoot it. Sometimes it's taken me 3, 4, 5, 6 shots to get there. But, yeah, I've made a few of them. But today I doubt – you never know, actually. Who knows? If we find a hoop, I might be shooting on it. You never know. I can miss 10 or 12 today.
Bob, I want to also know, since both of you are going to be there, if, a certain Michigan fan that, is the owner of a pretty big sports company, I didn't know if you were going to be maybe the tour guide there, Bob, and kind of show him around Columbus and just let him know.
Well, the best part is the guy that played between us, Mr. Anthony Schlegel, he used to be a strength coach here at Ohio State. Yep. He's in charge of security for the weekend. They tapped him, and he is a big proponent of no trespassing. You saw what happened about a decade ago when one of the students got a little out of pocket. Schlegs, he's about 10 years older, but I've been training him. We've been doing some of the bag drills, make sure his lateral movement's so good he can still sink his hips and square guys up. So I think he feels pretty good about the fact that if someone enters the stadium that's, is not permitted to be there, maybe not really all that welcome, that he'll be able to shut that down in a hurry, Hess.
Bobby, are you going to be walking around the tailgate in the pregame tomorrow? Are you going to be walking around with the meta glasses, kind of recording everything, just a live feed of Bobby walking around with his meta glasses?
It's amazing. I've got him on right now. I didn't realize he was going to be driving. I was fully anticipating the Stallions out there, to be cruising. That's the new name of them, by the way. There's only one name for the meta glasses. They're the Stallions. So I've got them on, and I did not think about that. That's a great way. I've always kind of wanted to GoPro myself when I've been, hydrating before a game, because there's little parts that become omitted, and you get to where the tape gets cut, and so maybe I just put these bad boys on and cruise on around. It'll be like me watching myself and getting to experience it all one more time the next day.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the stories about that. I'm sure AJ will have some as well. AJ, how you feeling about the game? I've asked Bobby about it over on Meathead Radio, but how you feeling? Buckeyes, national champ, welcoming Texas, the number one team. The first time, AJ, the number one team in the preseason AP poll has ever been an underdog in the opening game, and it's against the Buckeyes. How you feeling about the matchup?
Man, I feel pretty good. That's the thing right now. We don't really know what either team is going to be. There's so many guys that are going to be playing that don't have a ton of experience, but they're super talented. But no, I feel good. I know Ohio State, we had to basically get a couple new coordinators. Matt Patricia, I'm excited to see what the defense looks like under the helm of he and Brian Hartline on the offensive side. But
Arch Manning, like I'm sure you guys are intrigued by that. The guy's awesome. I love how he carries himself, how he plays. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he handles everything with Ohio State. It'll be loud for sure, but nothing Arch can't figure out or hasn't been in front of. The guy's been in some huge games in his life, but it'll be. I mean, talk about a test thrown in there as the first time, really, as you're like the main starter of the Texas Longhorns, and you come into Ohio State, and it's going to be awesome, man. I think it's going to be a fast-paced, high-flying game. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know. What do you guys? You guys think it's going to be a high-scoring game or one of those weird, low-scoring, like early season games?
Yeah, so I know if A.J. Hawk and Bobby Carpenter were taking the field for Ohio State with a guy like Arch Manning coming into town, I know y'all would probably like to get together and talk about sending a little bit of a message to him early on. Do you guys does Ohio State have some linebackers right now that kind of fit the mold of what y'all were for so long at Ohio State? You have some guys that y'all have kind of you would take under your wing if you could and say, this is one of our brothers?
Yeah, they've got some great guys up there, Flynn. I mean, Sonny Styles, Arvell Reese, 6'3", 6'4" guys, 240 pounds, can run. They check all the boxes. And then a third guy's going to be rotating in with them. A little shorter, Peyton Pierce, about 6'1.5". But all those guys, they get to the ball. They've got bad intentions. The biggest thing is they can run well and they can do a lot of things. And so if you have versatile linebackers, which I'd like to think that we had some position versatility, you can get those guys up on the edge, you can change up your fronts, you can change up your coverages, and to really try to keep the quarterbacks guessing. And then above all else, the guys have great personality. They've got a great sense of humor because, as Age can tell you, Flynn, I mean, you were in the locker room with him. I mean, you've got to be able to have some fun on the field. Things got to get a little weird. You got to try to psych your opponents out by doing some things that, you know what, may make them ask some deep questions about themselves and really what they're into in their life.
That makes it good too. I really like take some deep dives.
I am nervous. I am nervous for what Bobby said, AJ.
Oh no, don't be. See, Bob. What I realized early on my freshman year is Bob. I think I've told you guys, like, Bob was the best ever at pumping the crowd. Like, no matter what, Bob's gonna be doing the Hulk Hogan, putting his hand to the ear, one hand to the ear, the other one pumping him up. All game long, but most people, their shoulders would get tired for pumping the crowd up. And Bob would, like, I would love talking to Bob in between plays when he'd be like, hey, watch this. Hold on, here we go. You got to get him going, coach. And he'd look at me and just start pumping the crowd. And he would just, at random times, like the dude would be, like a QB could be in the middle of his cadence, and Bob didn't care. He's going to stand up. He's playing like a stand-up D-end outside Sam backer. He's going to stand up, and he's going to point out individual people that he's trying in the crowd and start getting them going so they feel really, like, weird. Like, hey, this number 42 stood up and actually looked at me. I'm up in C-deck a mile away. He pointed at me and told me to get up and start cheering. So Bob will guilt people into cheering.
Is he just like waving his hands up to the side, like pumping it up that way, or is he holding his like hands like prolonged like a waiter carries a tray and pushing straight up? Like, which one does he do?
Both. He's kind of raising the roof every once in a while. Sometimes he'll raise the roof with it. Sometimes he does the old school pump the crowd. But I tell you what, like, he plays that crowd like a fiddle. 105,000 people. He's got it eaten out of the palm of his hand.
Now, Bobby, were you a towel helicopter guy on the sideline too when the offense was out there?
No, listen. Hey, all my pumping the crowd fun was reserved for on the field. Like, you don't want to be pumping the crowd when your offense is out there. Like, they're going to cheer for the big plays. I tell these guys here defensively, you want them to cheer. You've got to let them know. Like, they're coachable, but you've got to really instruct them and kind of bring them there with you. It's a symbiotic relationship. Like, you feed off them, they feed off you, and you get so damn excited just being out there, being a part of it. I mean, where else can you be down in the arena in front of 100,000 people, and when you throw your hands up in the air, they're coming off of their seats and going to get going? Like, that's a very brief moment of your life. And once that's done, man, like, no one cares now. I can't walk into a stadium and do that. I can't walk into an airport and start pumping the crowd and people start cheering. But they'll probably put me in a straitjacket.
You got to win the crowd, like Maximus.
You got to win the crowd. AJ, for Bobby this weekend, if I was to set the line on number of times he's randomly going to take his shirt off, and if I set the line at 3, are you taking the over or the under?
Oh, I mean, it depends how the weekend is, but if it's I'm always taking the over if you're giving me Bob taking his shirt off. I mean, but that's something he could do too, take his shirt off and whip the shirt around too to pump the crowd. So maybe he'll do it inside I don't know if he's ever done that in the crowd in the stadium. That'd be impressive, Bob, if you could do that. You could run around the perimeter of the stands and get people going.
See, this is why my wife doesn't go to games with me anymore, guys. She doesn't like that. I was trying to entice her. I've got 4 tickets plus my media pass. And I was like, dear, why don't we take the 3 oldest kids and you can be my date? And she's like, no, just let one of the kids bring a friend. And I'm like lobbying her. She doesn't like to go to games with me. And I'm like, I'm the same dude you really married, 20 years ago. So I don't know what we're complaining about.
Bob, is the Carpenter HVAC company still got the flexing Bobby Carpenter on the scoreboard? It's a real question.
Yeah, he's still hanging out there trying to work on his guns. The best part is when it's a caricature, you always stay the same size and you never lose your hair. So I love looking at that guy. It's aspirational goals,
All right, so AJ, I'm watching the game last time. I'm watching Nebraska play, and I'm watching Dylan Raola play quarterback for the Chiefs, looking exactly like Patrick Mahomes. But it got me thinking about his dad. And it got me thinking about, like, the battles that you had with the center for the Lions, Dominic Raiola, and somebody, an LSU Tiger that is beloved here, Stephen Peterman, playing guard right next to them. And I wanted to see, like, do you have any, like, specific stories of how nasty of a duo that Raiola and Peterman were? I never, just watching from the sideline, I know you played them twice a year, but I had never seen a duo on offensive line. Now, offensive linemen are nasty people, but these guys were nasty and played dirty, like, within the whistle.
Yeah, you're right. They're next level. I tell you what, I grew to have so much respect for those guys. I loved how they played. Like, even like Raiola, one of my favorite things was walking down the tunnel in Detroit, and I have to find a way to break up Raiola and our old buddy Nick Barnett are getting each other's face, trying to get in a fight pregame while they're walking into the tunnel just to get to the field. But man, those guys, like, Raiola's never stopping. Like, every once in a while, I know he would just dive at, like, your legs, like, as the whistle is blowing or later, like, no matter what, I always stood up and I was like, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Just don't take my ACL out. Like, if you want to keep telling me, come on my head, like, try to take my temple and knock me out cold because I can handle that, but I don't want you to take my ACL out. But playing those dudes twice a year, honestly, you have to, they always say you never stand around a pile. I knew that young, but I definitely reinforced it when I played against Detroit with those guys there. But also, like, you love those dudes. Even if they're trying to, like, end my career, like, I respected how they played because, like, man, it's always good to have those guys on your side. Like, when they're on your team, you love them. And luckily we had some of those dudes. Like, we had TJ City. We had all kind of players that loved to get nasty and weren't scared about it. So it's, it's old school throwback NFL type stuff.
Yeah, I remember the stories for those guys, man. They were definitely a next level of just let's see how far we can push these rules.
Oh,
yeah. Through the whistle.
Probably a little bit like y'all probably back at Ohio State, the 3 meatheads playing linebacker.
We played against his younger brother, Donovan, at Wisconsin for 2 years. And he's like the same version of Dom. Like, they're like the same dude. And so, yeah, it was brutal. And then, like, I was in Detroit with those 2 guys up there. And I'll tell you this, those are the guys that you would much rather be on their team than not, because I'd watch them try to just cut AJ at the end of every play. And I'm like, Jesus, I know there's times your foot's going to stick in the ground and you're not going to be coming up for air.
Hey, all right, before we let y'all go, like, I could ask you about, prediction for Ohio State and Texas, but I would assume both of y'all favor the Buckeyes. I'm going to flip it on you a little bit since we're on here in Louisiana. Bob, you can go first. Your prediction on Clemson and LSU in Memorial Stadium. We're not calling it Death Valley. In Memorial Stadium there, coming up on Saturday night. How do you think it plays out?
Gosh, this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a really good one. And Hess, I've talked about my brother coaching and playing for BK at Cincinnati and Notre Dame. He's a heck of a coach. They need this win. He needs an opening day win against a good team. I think they get it done. I mean, it's going to be a hostile environment, but when you have a veteran quarterback, that makes it a little better. I think this might be a little more of a high-scoring affair, actually, different than the Ohio State-Texas game. I'm going to take LSU. Let's say like 31-24 in this one.
Yeah. We like that.
We got buttons.
Yeah, we got buttons and everything up here. All right, AJ, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, like this is Brian Kelly needs this one. The good thing is, either team, whatever happens, like you're gonna be okay. Hopefully, you don't want to drop one early, and Brian Kelly needs a big win early. I think Nusmeier can swing that thing. So yeah, I'd take LSU. I'd take LSU. I don't know if you asked for a score prediction or not. Give me LSU 28-21.
Yeah, we'll get another cheer. There we go.
That way to pander to the crowd.
All right,
Good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hey, fellas, man, this is a lot of fun. We've been talking about trying to get this done for a long time, so we appreciate it. Hey, y'all enjoy the scenes there, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio, man. It's going to be incredible scenes. We're all going to be paying attention to it, so we appreciate you hopping on with us.
Thanks, fellas. Flynn, hit the weights, big dog.
Oh, come on.
You look good, Flynn. You look great, Flynn.
The camera angle's not great, okay? Double chin. It's fine.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
All right, that was AJ Hawk and Bobby Carpenter. It's the camera.
It's the camera. It's the lighting, too. Can we get some like yellow lights, some warm lighting?
I think it's Bo's fault. I think he set us up for failure here.
No doubt. Look at this. I work out once a week.
And every day in studio.
I would do a lot of push-ups. I can't do it. I guess I could do it here.
Yeah.
But we get at least 150 push-ups in every day, every morning.
I wonder if Bob's watching and said hit the weights, though. How does that make you feel?
Hey, there's no way. Why would he be watching?
He's got meta glasses.
That's a good point. Watching with one eye. Yeah. Then the other eye's watching where he's going. Smart.
All right, man. Like I said, we've been trying to get that done.
That was a blast.
That was a lot of fun. We're gonna have that. Hopefully, we'll figure it out. And AJ's not gonna be driving. We were ready kind of to test it today, but AJ on the road there. But hopefully, we can have the quad box meatheads.
I don't know if I explained to AJ that we're doing this every week, but I'll have to explain that to him later.
I mean, if he's driving, what's it matter?
That's true.
I mean, you're gonna be listening to some funk music like Flynn on a Friday.
That's right.
Or you want to come join the quad box meatheads?
I'm sure you're not like busy on Friday. You don't have like a huge national show to do or anything. Give him a shot. I mean, give him a. Make sure to watch him. Watch him today on the Pat McAfee Show and every day on the Pat McAfee Show.
Hey, you know what? I've got one of those national shows at 2 o'clock every day as well. And am I here every morning?
Dang, humble brag.
Am I here every morning?
You are.
Yeah. Okay.
6:58 every single day.
AJ can do the same thing.
You're right. Absolutely.
All right.
Yep, for sure.
Thank you.
I mean, it is kind of one of your jobs. It's not his. It's doing this.
You don't think you got to do your boys favors.
But I got to tell
you. You're in the foxhole.
I got to tell you, they're lucky to get the invite for sure because that was fun. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was fun. Bobby's going to be a total liability this weekend in Columbus.
Did anybody have on their bingo card that on Baton Rouge, Louisiana local sports radio that we'd have a weekly segment with just 2 meathead Ohio State linebackers?
Nope. We keep you guessing.
It's very random.
Keep you on your toes. Look, they both cover college football nationally.
Totally.
So, I mean, they can talk LSU. They can talk about whoever. And they got great stories, like Bob playing Hulk Hogan, trying to get the crowd ready to go.
Raising the roof like this.
I guarantee you he was playing Sam Linebacker on the line, raising the roof.
No doubt.
Trying to get the people what they want and get them out of their seats.
He said most people's arms would fall off for as much as he pumped up the crowd.
All right. We are going to step away. We do have a New Orleans Saints head coach, Kellen Moore, in about 10 minutes from now. Stay locked in here. It is OTB on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com. That is the website for Pelican Roofing. And once you get to the website, remember, you can get that instant roof quote over there, top right corner of the website. Your home, your business. Type in your address. It's going to give you an outline of your roof and give you a great idea of what that is going to cost you. Also, financing options right there on the home page. You can click on that, get all that information to go. You can see the 5-star reviews from Google, from Yelp, from Facebook, the internet. It hates everything, but it loves Pelican Roofing. You will as well. Go to PelicanRoof.com.
That's right. Whether you need a roof repair, brand new roof, whether your roof might have been a little damaged in a storm, it doesn't matter. Give them a call. They got offices in Lafayette, offices in Baton Rouge, and they will have a project manager dedicated to your project and your project line. We know it's a big decision for you and your family, so check out their financing options right there on their website. That's PelicanRoof.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media on our website.
Well, all right, you squares, it's time you smoked. Fire up this funk and let's have a toke. It'll make you dance to some of everything.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Trying to catch up right now in the Bayou 4 chat. A lot going on right now.
A lot of action.
A lot of
People
action
excited
in there.
about the game. We're not really talking about the game in the chat, but people are excited. That's why they're chatting. There's a lot of energy. Like, we walked in here at Rouses. We're right here at Rouses. And right off Burbank. And I got here, like I said, about 6:30. And this place was staffed up. Staff was here getting all the deli, the cafe ready, getting the food. I was like, man, I thought I was going to be one of the first people here at the grocery store. No. They were completely staffed up. Getting ready for the weekend, getting ready for a slew of people coming in and stocking up on groceries for the weekend, for their home parties, their tailgating, whatever it is. So if y'all need something this weekend, come by Rouses, stop by. Come say hi to us, come wave at us, say hi to us during the break, whatever it is. Get your groceries, get ready for the weekend. It's a good one.
I'm excited. I am fired up to be here. Like Football Fridays, we can say that. We're going to have a great lineup here on 104.5 ESPN all day long. And, yeah, come say what's up to us. We've had a couple of people already stop by, come hang out. We had some people, sit down, eat their breakfast while they listen to the show. So if you want to come hang out, we'll be here all the way to 10 o'clock normal show time. So come hang out. Come see us. Come get your tailgating packages. Just because you're not going to be in Clemson, South Carolina, doesn't mean you're not going to tailgate.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to any parking lot.
You can go to your driveway.
Go park. We talked about parking yesterday.
Yeah, you talked about parking yesterday.
Yeah, park. Go to your driveway outside. Take the old tailgate down. Whatever it is. Or just go inside in the AC and do it.
Oh, beautiful weather yesterday. Scooncha Fall, some would say.
Scooncha Fall. So tell me about your game day schedule. So you travel with the team today. So do you have any shows tomorrow, like leading up to the game? Tell me, like, how's your schedule lay out tomorrow? What are you going to do? What kind of festivities you get into?
That's a great question. Typically, so I have to take off my afternoon show because I'll be in the air. So I don't do my Sirius XM show today. But now we get there, and I'm actually scheduled to have dinner tonight with one Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, you got a little dinner.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Man, I'm jealous.
He's going to be there doing his ACC show, and so going to link up with Jimbo. So excited about that. And typically, like on Saturday.
Go back to that. How many? If you are, what percentage of the word count do you think you'll get in during dinner?
Right.
Or what percent do you think Jimbo will get in?
I would say 86-14 Jimbo.
Generous.
I get 14%
Generous. And if it doesn't matter if that's just y'all two or if there's 8 people, it's still going to be 86 Jimbo.
Yes.
And then the 14 will just kind of get split up between everybody else.
Because I think it's with the Eric McGlane, who played at Clemson. He's on the ACC show with Jimbo, good friend of mine as well. He comes on my show every single Monday. So, yeah, you're right, 86% Jimbo. However many people are there outside of Jimbo, 14%. So I am looking forward to catching up with Coach, and he's with me every Tuesday on Off Campus. He's a co-host with us, and so we started that this week and catch that every single week. But then on Saturdays, like typically we're at an SEC city that I know the lay of the land.
Sure.
Right? I kind of know where to go. I kind of know where you can go sit down and have lunch and watch some games and do whatever. A lot of times, like, we know people across the SEC too. So like if we go to Tennessee, like my guy Thrill is going to set us up, and we're going to go to the coach's locker room. We're going to watch football. Don't have that at Clemson.
Right.
Never been. Don't know where anything is. Don't know what's cool, what's not cool. Don't know what's good, what's not good. So I have no idea what Saturday is going to look like. Typically on the road, Gordy and I wake up and we go down and watch Premier League soccer around 6:30.
Oh, that's fun.
a.m.
Cool.
Depending on where we're at. So probably get that done. And then, I don't know, man. I have no idea. No plans.
Just go where the wind blows.
I'm going to try to figure it out.
So are you going to try to be a man of the people and walk around, check out the tailgating scene? I'm assuming you can only have 8 to 9 pops because you're doing your job during the game. So,
you gotta stay away from the pops.
Keep it light. Yeah, I know. That's tough to do. You got a job to do. It's a very important job during the game. You do a great job with it. But I'm sure it does take some mental fortitude to go into situations like that and not be able to enjoy a libation or two just as a socially just kind of get into the flow.
I had a couple of people that listen to Off Campus every day that are Clemson fans that I did get invited to 3 or 4 tailgates.
Yep.
I don't know if that's a trap. I don't know if that's a setup.
They're going to hold you.
Now,
Take
I don't
you
know.
prisoner for a little bit.
Or just tar and feather me,
Mm-hmm.
Just as soon as I get there, I don't know. It seemed like good people, but I don't know. Now we're finding out they're snitches.
They are snitches. So they indeed need to get stitches tomorrow. It might start with Dabo running down that hill. Probably the last night he's going to sleep without crutches for a while.
Hey, what's going to be the better turnover chain if Jerry Jones passes away and Alondra gets it the next day?
Oh, boy.
And we celebrate that. Or if Dabo falls down the hill and tears his ACL and Flynn gets the turnover chain, and that's what we're celebrating.
I'd feel much better celebrating that for sure. I wouldn't feel great about either one.
Yeah, but if you're passing out this chain because of this bold prediction.
Yep. It's going to happen. The Dabo thing.
I don't know.
People are talking. So he better be getting treatment today. Getting some Hibamat.
Nobody knows what that is. Big dummy.
Oh, man. So
what about you? How are you taking? I know you are getting a little quick getaway, but are you going to be able to really hone in and watch the full slate of games, or is it like you got to do family stuff, and then once the LSU game comes, then that's when you kind of separate yourself?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a combination of both. We're going to do a little weekend. It's Labor Day, so the kids have off school on Monday. So, you have to take advantage. The kids are at this age where it's like they want to go stay at a hotel. They want to go do something, right?
Right.
You take them. You try to give your kids experiences. So, just so happens that it falls onto week 1. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. So we're going to go, and it's going to be tricky juggling the situation, certainly because I don't want to be in a place, a largely crowded area to watch the LSU game. Certainly, if that happens, I'll just go watch it in my room, I guess. But the rest of the day is going to be tricky because, of course, I want to be locked into game day at 8. I want to be locked into the Ohio State game. I don't need to be as locked in as – I can just watch that. I don't necessarily have to hear that one. I can just watch it. But yeah, I got to hear every single word of the LSU game, certainly. So It's going to be tricky. It's going to be a little bit of a juggling act to, be Father of the Year and also watch every single second of every single game. It's going to be tough.
It's going to be impressive is what it's going to be. I'm going to be very excited to hear the tales of how that went. I did just get some very, very clutch information.
Okay.
Guess what they have in Clemson, South Carolina?
Crutches.
Walk-ons.
Okay.
I've got my spot.
Got your spot, all right.
I know the food.
Sweet.
I know the menu. I know the vibe. That's where I'm going. I'm going to go hang out there, post up, and watch all these games.
There you go.
I don't have anybody around me, so I can act foolish. I can yell at the TV.
Okay.
Now, not during the LSU game. Like, I literally can't do it during that. But the other games, I can yell at it.
You can laugh at people.
I can.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
going to be a good day. It's going to be good. So I hope everybody listening out there, I hope y'all have a great day planned. I hope it's a blast. If you're not in Clemson, South Carolina, I hope you got a party. I hope you get to take in the game however you want to. So whatever you're going to do, make sure you stop by Rouses and stock up on the groceries, stock up on the Dos Equis.
All right, we will step away now, and when we come back, you'll hear from the head coach of your New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. That is the website, and we're so proud to be partner with them and have the interactive whiteboard that after we watch this game, we're going to be able to break down some tape on that whiteboard, really get into the nitty-gritty of it, and that's just one of the many products that they have over at Gulf Coast Office Products. They've been doing this for over 45 years. Throughout the state of Louisiana, we tell you that Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Lafayette on the North Shore, they are going to be able to help you out. That's why LSU Athletics and so many businesses across the state trust Gulf South and count on Gulf Coast Office Products. So go to the website today, GCOPnet.com. That is GCOPnet.com.
Yeah, let them help you. Let them help your office run more efficient. They are Louisiana's leading copier and printer source. So give them a call. See how they can help you. They are truly a one-of-a-kind company with one-of-a-kind service. They care about each and every single, whether you are a 2-person office or a 2,000-person office. It doesn't matter. Go call them or go see them today, GCOPnet.com.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Fish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Great head coach of your New Orleans Saints, Kellen Moore, joins the show. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach, so I caught up with you during training camp there on NFL radio, and obviously a lot of different things going on during camp. But now that camp is over, you're getting ready for that first regular season game. How is the entire transition of becoming the Saints head coach, going through a training camp, now getting ready for week one been for you and your family?
Yeah, it's been great. It's a long journey through the whole offseason process, going through training camp. I thought we did an awesome job. We had a couple weeks here in Metairie, which was really fun to be down here in Louisiana, be with the fans, all the interaction that came with that. And then we had a little California trip, which was really good. As you guys know, there's a point in training camp that's about bonding and connecting as a team. And I felt like our guys were able to do that out there, which was a ton of fun. And so, through these preseason games, we've had to make some tough decisions, get this roster set. I feel like we're in a great place. We're ready to roll.
Yeah, Coach, I know it's a huge transition for you stepping into a head coaching role, and I know, and I wanted the opportunity for you to just kind of introduce yourself to Louisiana outside of the New Orleans, because I know since you've gotten to Louisiana, it's kind of as soon as the boot's on the ground, you are rolling. You got a lot of things to do, and I really kind of wanted to see how's the transition been for you, your family. It can be kind of a culture shock getting down here in South Louisiana, but how do you feel like you've been received, and just the culture in general, and how has that move to New Orleans been for you?
Yeah, it's been great. Our journey, we spent 8 years in Dallas, had a ton of fun there between playing and coaching, and we were fortunate to be there for a while, which, in the NFL is sometimes a little bit unique, just going from the playing and coaching aspect. And then we did the Chargers for 1 year, and then we did Philadelphia. And so our kids had, moved a little bit the last couple of years. And they were so excited to come down here. I think one of the cool and unique experiences for us and for so many was, the Super Bowl is down here. And so our first really experience of New Orleans and Louisiana was the Super Bowl. And so, the show that they put on was awesome. It was such a fun week. And obviously we were able to win the game, which was, the cherry on top. And so, really quickly after that, we got our kids down here, and they just had a ton of fun. I think what I've really enjoyed about this is how connected this state, this community is. It's great people, it's great experience, and it's much more of a small town college connected vibe than maybe some of the big metros that the NFL has. So it's been awesome.
Coach, before we move on to this year's roster and getting ready for the season, I know you're going to be getting ready tonight for the Cardinals, obviously in week number 1, but The Boise State Broncos got a game coming up here in a couple of hours. I mean, how are we taking in that game? Are we going to have it like on a side TV? Maybe we eye hustle every once in a while between getting ready for the Cardinals?
Oh yeah, definitely. We turn into college football fans very quickly still in our house. And so we got Broncos. You know, my wife went to BYU. We got Garrett Nusmeier at LSU. My brother coaches at Missouri. He's the offense coordinator there. And so we got a lot of screens on Saturday, certainly throughout the fall.
I think people kind of tend to forget, because now Saints fans here in Louisiana, we think of you as Coach Kellen Moore, but we forget the recent past of, you know, finishing fourth in the Heisman voting list in 2010. You were quite the stud yourself, and I know I played with a couple of Boise State proud alumni. I played with Darren College, Corey Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Some of my best friends, Corey Hall, up there, and he used to wax poetically about Mr. Kellen Moore. So I know we're excited over here, and we're going to be cheering on Boise State as well.
Absolutely. No, I love it. It's a fun place. I was unique, you know, it's a unique atmosphere to be able to play there for 4 years. It's a really cool place, and I had great memories there.
All right, Coach, one of the things that I want to start off asking you about is everywhere that you've been, and you listed it off, in Dallas, in Philadelphia, in Los Angeles, the quarterbacks that you've worked with, and Dak Prescott, and Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts, and they all had success, but they're all different quarterbacks. Like, all three of those quarterbacks have a different skill set, but y'all were successful together. So you've chosen Spencer Rattler to be your starting quarterback, but I want to go kind of before that. When you're creating your quarterback for your offense, is it hey, we got a blank space here, I'm going to see what the talent looks like around this quarterback, we'll make a decision off of that? Or is there maybe like a checklist that you kind of go over and you try to implement your checklist with those quarterbacks?
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good question. I think there's the answer, which is in between, as far as, certainly there's things that you have that are your core values you believe in as far as the quarterback position. It's a leadership position. It's a toughness position, both mentally and physically. I think at the end of the day, you got to be able to make really good decisions with the football, and you got to be an accurate quarterback. Now, from there's a lot of different tools and things that you can utilize to be really successful in this league. And whether it's, arm talent, whether it's, ability to play out in space, whether the scramble drill is a big component of yours, whether your ability to run the quarterback like Jalen was able to last year. And so, we certainly have a foundation that we believe in as an offense, but you got to have the flexibility to be able to play different styles based off these quarterbacks. And so we're really excited about Spencer. He's been a really consistent player throughout this whole offseason. I think that's the thing that showed up. You saw the highlights last year as far as, he'd make some big time plays, he'd make some stuff, and the consistency as a rookie, just, he's growing in that aspect. And so this offseason, we've seen the consistency show up each and every day. And he's an aggressive, confident football player. And you don't want to ever lose that. But I think as he's grown, his decision-making has increased this offseason. He's made really good decisions in football. And so he's put the offense in really, really, really good position. And so it's fun to build these systems around these quarterbacks. I think that's the ultimate thing. I really don't care. If we throw it 50 times, run it 50 times, whatever we need to do to win, we'll utilize something in between those.
Coach, when you look back at your playing days and your coaching stint from quarterback coach to offensive coordinator with a couple of different head coaches, like when you were deciding what kind of offense does Kellen Moore want to install, what is my base core offense? Like, which one of your offensive coaches that you worked under had the biggest influence on kind of who you are today as an offensive coach?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think, philosophically, I think it really goes back to Boise State, just our approach and, the style in which we played with. We're really creative, really innovative. We certainly were very multiple in what we did. I think, a lot of the mindset is how to stress the defense in as many different ways as possible while keeping it simple and confident for us. There's a lot of different ways of running the same plays. That's always our goal as we go through a season. And then as I've been able to go through our journey, just like, a lot of us who've been able to be fortunate to be in the NFL, you get to add pieces from all these awesome coaches that you either played under or coached with. And so, in Detroit with Scott Linehan, then Joe Lombardi came in as the offense coordinator. You learn, two different systems. They're awesome. Scott's back with me here. And so I've been very fortunate for that. In Dallas, you get Jason Garrett, which kind of from the Norv Turner, kind of the digit system and more of a vertical passing game. And then it was a cool transition because then to team up with Mike McCarthy, and he comes from a West Coast approach, and you're able to kind of implement some of those pieces. And certainly when we went to Philadelphia, that was probably a little bit of a style or a system that I hadn't been as exposed to as much, just with all the QB run game and kind of the RPO, RPR type world. And so it's really fun just to kind of, grab all those different pieces and keep it as clean as you can for the players. You can't, be a master of everything, but how can we utilize a few of these different tools to stress the defense?
Kellen, you have no idea.
We could nerd out for
how happy you're about to make.
Yeah, we can keep going. We can go back some old playbooks from.
There's no doubt. Hey, you know what you're about to do this for me, okay? And I hope you have an answer. I hope you answer this question because Flynn and I have been going back and forth for a decade. I played for North Turner most of my career in the number system. I loved it. It told everybody what to do. You could go really fast, and I used to love, even with Phillip Rivers, country accent, we still understood exactly what was going on there. All right, so Flynn played for Mike McCarthy most of his career. He's a concept guy. He's not a numbers guy. You know both. Which one do you like?
Uh-oh, my God.
Okay, so here's my honest explanation. I love calling plays in more of a West Coast approach. But I love talking football in the digit system.
Okay.
All right. Little Switzerland there. That's
at the end of the day, on the field, I don't like long play calls. I just like, hey, this word means the X, Y, and Z. Let's just all understand that, and we're all good to go. We can be big picture viewers. But it's so funny, even today, because a lot of the coaches I've worked with at different places, still you're sitting in the meeting room, you're watching film, and you're talking about, hey, let's run a 7 route over there. Hey, let's run a 4 over there.
Right.
You're still using them to kind of describe maybe routes and different specific things. And so it's kind of funny. It's hanging on by a thread in our league. There's really not much of the digit system left, if any. But, some of us that are old enough that have gone through it, I think it's still a way of talking.
Yeah, that's a very nice way of saying, because my position, the fullback position, is already extinct. It's a nice way to say I'm getting really old, Kellen, so I appreciate it.
Well, the fullback got tagged all the time, so you didn't even have to.
I loved it. Hey, F angle, FM, F cross. Like, let's set it all up. No doubt.
You really like that system. I see why now.
All right, Coach. Let's circle back to the Saints and getting ready for Week 1. So you start the season. I want to know, going into the season, what do you think for Coach Kellen Moore? What is going to be the grading metric that you're going to use to what a successful season is going to be for the Saints?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways of doing that. I think when you focus on the process and let the results take care of themselves, you really hammer in, our play style. Are we playing the right way that we want to play? Is it following our identity? Are we clean in all 3 phases? And really, are we situational masters? I think so much of this league comes down to situational football. There's so much ebbs and flows through a game, and then there's just these critical moments. And we spend so much time invested on those. And, that's ultimately the thing. Put yourself in a really good position to be successful, win these games. And then when you get those chances, we got to be able to convert. And so, ultimately, we want to go to the playoffs. We want to go win the Super Bowl. And certainly, that's our goal. That's always our goal. The NFC South is attainable for us, and we're really, really excited to go get after it. And it's a long journey in this NFL season. We know there's highs and lows throughout a season. I think that's part of what these guys have to understand is that you're going to go through some really high moments, and then you're going to go through a couple of moments where you got to fight through a couple down games, and you just got to keep fighting through it, keep navigating it. All these great teams in this league do. Last year we were in Philly. We started off 2-2. Only lost 1 after that the rest of the year. And there's other years where, hey, maybe you started really fast and we kind of, it didn't finish the way we wanted. And so you got to understand how these NFL seasons go, and you just got to keep moving forward.
Coach, I do want to ask you about the receiver room right now, because I like the additions that you've made there. You go out, you're aggressive, and you make a trade, and you have a waiver claim as well for a player that we all know here from his LSU days in Trey Palmer. So you've been aggressive adding to the roster. 1, what does that room kind of look like to you now? And 2, what's that process to make sure that the pieces that you've added can kind of get up to speed and help you as soon as possible?
It's been a really cool example of what player acquisition looks like when you take it over the course of an entire year. I mean, Mickey and his crew have done an awesome job of just continuing to add different tools into that group. And so certainly feel like we got some really premier players. We got CO, we got Sheed. To bring Cooks back has been awesome. His leadership and his experience, and he can still run past people. And so he's got great value there. But then to be able to make some moves that provide us with a ton of depth. We know the NFL season's a long season. You got to be able to navigate some things. You got to be able to play different matchups, and maybe a guy's down for a week or 2. And So to get Vele from Denver, which was awesome, his size, his high football IQ, his contested catch showed up. Trey, he's just been like on the tip of the iceberg in Tampa, ready to like take off. It just feels like, he's made a bunch of really good plays down there. Obviously familiarity with the area, which has been awesome. And then to still have Cedric Wilson, to still have Kevin Austin on practice squad, who we're going to call up on these guys. They're going to play, meaningful snaps for us this year.
Off the bench.
All right, very excited to have that sound for you. Kellen Moore, New Orleans Saints head coach. He had a couple more answers we'll try to get to throughout the show, so we do appreciate his time. We want you to go to centralplumbing.org. Centralplumbing.org is the website to go to, and it's not only in emergencies. We tell you that all the time. It's in the greater Baton Rouge area. If you've got something going on, they can help you in the remodel game. If you're looking to do it at your home, at your business, they are there for you. Now that 24/7, 365 weekend holiday number is 225-925-8552. Again, 225-925-8552.
Yeah, that is Central Plumbing. And look, it's week one. We got college football, a whole slate of amazing games tomorrow. Everybody in Louisiana is going to be locked in. But guess what? If you have a plumbing emergency, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, 24/7 emergency services. If something goes wrong tomorrow, they will be there. Central Plumbing, whether it's residential, commercial, whatever it is, they are the plumbing experts. Let them help you out. Centralplumbing.org.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, well, apologize. We'll be back 9 o'clock.
Off the bench.
again, you got the Saints head coach, like you're going to go a little bit longer, and you got to play it, and you got to do it. I know it's not ideal, so I do apologize for that. We'll get back on track at 9 a.m. We got to give you the top 2 teams in our countdown. We'll do that. Don't you worry. That will be there for you. Go to K2ZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. That is K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004. If you go to the website, top right corner of the website, in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore, they've got all the contact information there for you, K2ZBlinds.com.
K2Z Interiors Outdoor Living. Go to their brand new website, see what they can do for your home, how they can make it more energy efficient, and how they can make it more beautiful. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. That is K2ZBlinds.com.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
I'm Miss Louisiana Gabrielle McLeod with some safety messages for your next trip to the ballpark. First, check the tailgating rules at your venue. Most stadiums have strict rules about when, where, and how to tailgate safely. Propane is almost always welcomed outdoors, so make sure your tank is full or bring a spare. For more tips, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
In South Louisiana, dirt and pollen are always in the air, and Cajun Soft Wash is here when you need them. Trusted by schools, businesses, and homeowners, their soft washing protects your property year-round. When it's time to clean, think Cajun Soft Wash. Visit CajunSoftWash.com.
Your Fighting Tigers of LSU open the 2025 season Saturday on the road when they face the Clemson Tigers. It all gets started with Eagle 98.1 Game Day with Charles Hannegriff and Matt Musso at 1:30 p.m. live from Rouses on Burbank, and wraps up with the Eagle 98.1 Game Day postgame 90 minutes after the end of the game, presented by Super Chevy and Yingling. Hear it on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and your flagship home for the Tigers, Eagle 98.1.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Trax.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. See your Super Chevy dealers today.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, August 29th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 91. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll give you the top 2 remaining teams in our OTB Top 25, then a final prediction for LSU-Clemson. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from Rouse's Supermarket at Burbank and Lee, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Ball!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3.
We did good that last hour. That clock management
of OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Yeah, okay. We shouldn't have to say it anymore. We were both molded by Les Miles. The clock management's not going to be our strong suit. It's okay. We still won games.
Mm-hmm. We sure did.
And
do you think we're winning right now?
Yeah, we had the Saints head coach.
We're going to be down a few.
I mean, I find it really impressive that we ran to downtown, got in studio, did that with coach, and ran back here to Rouses in time for this segment.
I know. We got a fast car. Real fast car. We even got here before we had to do that live read right afterwards.
Abruptly.
Yeah, Kellen Moore was real specific. He was like, hey, y'all have to do it in studio. You have to put on your clothes that you wore yesterday. You have to put on your clothes you wore yesterday and do that interview.
Yep. We do appreciate his time, obviously, though. That was a lot of fun. Enjoyed that.
He's throwing around good questions at us left and right.
I mean, you didn't get a chance, and maybe we can play that last answer that he had a little bit later on in the show because we did have one more question for him. And in total, we got 3 good questions from the Saints head coach.
Count
2 for Flynn, 1 for me. Feels like a big win.
It's a huge win. But it was good. It was good of them to jump on with us. Hopefully we can do that a couple more times throughout the season. But, do the video. The video, I just kind of get in a comfort zone a little bit. And I thought Kellen Moore gave some really good answers. Made us feel, really positive. Gave some good answers on Spencer Rattler and about what they saw with him throughout the offseason and his consistency. He kind of talked about, he didn't say it in this term, but he kind of talked about a little bit of a dog mentality with Spencer Rattler. But kind of just gave an overall view of kind of why he was the decision. It was really consistency playing within the system, understood what they're trying to do and get accomplished. And of course, we all know that there is arm talent with both these guys. So, but we understand that it's a tough path this year. And he also made mention of, there's ebbs and flows. You can't get too high with the highs. You can't get too low with the lows. It's a long season. 17 weeks is so darn long. It's crazy. So it's a long season. A lot to look forward to, I think. I know everybody around here is kind of walking around with their head down going into the Saints season. But look, you have some young guys. You have a brand new head coach. You got a brand new system. So let's cheer hard for them. I think they have a chance to surprise us all. Of course, we don't expect them to go to the playoffs and make a run for a Super Bowl or anything. But I think they got a chance to be exciting here and there. Look, it's first year with a new coach. So just give him the support. And he was nice enough to join us. So we're going to support him as well. So go Saints.
Yeah, I like what he said too about how the way he kind of envisions a quarterback, because it is impressive that he's done it with multiple different quarterbacks, multiple different styles, and kind of his thought process and how he takes a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and you start thinking about some of the minds that he's been with, and it is really impressive. He's put it. It's an amalgamation of all these different offenses that he's put them together.
Yeah, I was really, because it is impressive just to be able to go from as a offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach, somebody that is there talking to the quarterbacks each and every day about their reads and about the scheme and about the playbook, to be able to go from a number system to a West Coast is not easy. To at least be able to be able to fluently talk about it, casually talk about it, and understand the ins and outs of it, it's not easy. I went to a number system and people started talking to me about number systems. I'm like, no, I don't even care to learn this. Don't want to do it. It's not the way my brain works. I am fully functioned and learned. This is my first language is West Coast and concept and long word type of play calls. But it was interesting to me to see that he kind of did say, I would say the core of his foundation, he said, was what they kind of did at Boise State when he was there. Yeah. I have no idea what that offense is. I never studied it when he was at Boise State. I just know they threw for 1 billion yards every single game, and he was the 4th in the Heisman voting list from a guy that, I don't think he's going to fool anybody on the most arm talented, fast, big arm guy in the world. But in that system with his decision making, he was one of the best quarterbacks in the country. at that time with that system. So it was interesting to me to hear him say, no, it wasn't Norv Turner, it wasn't Mike McCarthy. The core of what we're going to do is kind of goes to a lot of the philosophies date back to Boise State.
Yeah, and we'll have that full interview for you, obviously, on YouTube. You can go check that out. We'll have it clipped up, put on social media as well. A lot of great information there from Saints head coach Kellen Moore. So, again, we thank him for his time, and hopefully we can get him on again at some point during the season. But now it's the moment you've been waiting for weeks. We're going to get you down to the number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
That's a big deal.
This is what it's going to be.
It is a big deal.
As we've been telling you over the last couple of weeks. All right, quick recap. I know Flynn loves this part so much. I'm going to give you the number 2 team in the country. Alondra's going to give you the number 1 team in the country. At 25, it is Boise State. At 24, Memphis. At 23, Baylor. At 22, Georgia Tech. 21, Tennessee. 20, Iowa State. 19, Texas 8-4. 18, Indiana. 17, Ole Miss. You've got 16, Florida, 15, Texas Tech, 14, SMU, 13, Arizona State, 12, Alabama, 11, Miami, 10, Illinois, 9, Texas, 8, Oregon, 7, Notre Dame, 6, Georgia, 5, South Carolina, 4, Penn State, 3, the Clemson Tigers. The number 2 team in the OTB Top 25.
Don't keep us waiting.
The LSU Tigers. The number 2 team, the LSU Tigers. They've got to match up with the number 3 team in the OTB Top 25, the Clemson Tigers, coming up tomorrow night, as we all know. I think number 2 is a great spot for LSU. I think you look at what they've got coming back, all the things we've talked about for weeks, for months, for half the year. I like LSU this year. I don't love the A.J. Halsey stuff here in the first game, not playing the first half, but I am a big believer, as we all are, in Garrett Nusmeier and what he can do. And one thing that none of us, and I mean none of us, anybody, not here, not anywhere in the state, anywhere covering college football, has talked enough about Nusmeier's actually jump from year 1 to year 2. Because year 1 was so good. When you throw for 4,000 yards in year number 1, if you came back and you had another year just like that, that'd be great. But we give everybody else actually the jump from year 1 to year 2 is the biggest jump that you'll have as a quarterback. Okay, well, if that's the case, you had a guy that threw for over 4,000 yards last year. What does that tell me? It tells me that he is set up to have the same production as far as yards, but he is going to go up in touchdowns and down on interceptions. That's what that tells me. I think this team is going to go as far as Garrett Nusmeier takes them, which is all the way, I think, to an SEC championship game, a college football playoff, and an opportunity to win the entire damn thing. I'm high on LSU. I'm high on Garrett Nusmeier. If the defense does what I think they can do, they'll be in the conversation. Will they go undefeated? No. I don't think LSU is going to go undefeated. I think they're going to be a 10-2 football team. Again, that makes it to the college football playoff. Once you get there, the team that won it all last year was 10-2. It is a different game now. I love 2-loss national champions myself. So LSU is going to have the opportunity. I'm not calling for them to win the national championship just yet. We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I do think they're a college football playoff team. I do think they'll make an appearance in Atlanta for the SEC championship game. Give me the LSU Tigers, number 2 team in the country.
All right. They're not number 1, but you got them at number 2.
Yeah.
And just like you said, equally as important on the defense, a lot of different pieces. Of course, A.J. Halsey, that news isn't fantastic that we were so blessed with yesterday. But Harold Perkins. We've talked about it. If he plays at that All-American standard, if he lives up to the athleticism that he has, that special, we all know the special talent is, that special skill set. It's finding where he fits on the puzzle. Where does that puzzle piece, because it is an amazing puzzle piece. If you can figure that piece out, whether it's star position. If he's an All-American, I will be happy. I'll be the first to say I love the star position. Okay? If he has that run, if he is an All-American, and if we are talking about him in the same light as we did after the 2023 Alabama game, if he is on that trajectory, we will be the SEC champions, and we will be playing for a national championship. That is a fact. That is how it is going to be. And you just hit on the Nusmeier about that. People not talking about that year 1 to year 2 jump. Well, LSU fans, we are pretty familiar with that.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, how was that jump from year 1 to year 2?
Pretty good.
Jaden Daniels, how was his jump from year 1 to year 2 as a starter?
Pretty good.
Okay, Garrett Nusmeier, you're up, buddy. It is time. Check out this shirt, the Nuss Bus. I know it's got the wrong number on it now. I know you're number 18, but it's okay. We're all on the Nuss Bus. I've been driving that thing for a long time. And sometimes it was a little hard to drive it by myself. But you know what? It's a big-ass bus right now. So we're all behind you. We're all behind the Tigers. And if you have the season and that jump like we think you're going to do, like we know you're going to do, like you're capable of doing, we will be playing for that big trophy at the end of the year.
There you have it. LSU, the number 2 team in the OTB Top 25. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn us down and turn Alondra up as she gives you the number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
The number 1 team in the OTB Top 25. You left me with no other choice but to rank Ohio State at number 1. All right, they got some of the best players in the country returning. So Jeremiah Smith, obviously at wide receiver, star safety Caleb Downs, and Bobby mentioned linebacker Sonny Styles also. So got a lot of good returning production. They missed Quinshon Judkins, but they go into the portal and replace him with C.J. Donaldson from West Virginia. So Ohio State looking really good coming back, and they are our number 1 team in the OTB Top 25.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Right,
we did it. We did it. Thank you, Alondra. Great breakdown of the Buckeyes there. The number 1 team in the OTB Top 25. And, Alondra, only gave her 1 choice. But whoever had the number 1 team was, only going to have 1 choice, though. But I feel good about it. Great breakdown, Alondra. Great breakdown team throughout the process of naming the OTB Top 25.
And if there's one thing that we can hang our hat on here at Off the Bench is our journalistic integrity. And I want to tell you, that is the only reason we didn't pick LSU at number 1 is because we wanted to maintain that nationwide, that worldwide integrity that we have as journalists here at Off the Bench. We wanted to go with number 1. I just want y'all to know that. And they're going to be number 1 at the end of the year, LSU.
I mean, look, if you're number 2, you're playing for it.
Hey, man, we had some Ohio State guys on the show today.
Yep, we did.
Bobby Carpenter, A.J. Hawk here.
2 Buckeye legends.
Of course. Part of the quad box. So we're going to make them number 1 and number 2, Ohio State and LSU. The championship game is going to be national championship game all out 2007.
That's right. Last time this happened, we know how that went for the Buckeyes.
Yep, punch him in the face.
I think the national championship's in Miami this year.
Doesn't matter.
Pretty sure.
Doesn't matter.
I was just trying to get us a trip playing with AJ and Bobby.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And then Bobby gets the crowd all hyped up for nothing. He's going to lose.
Raise the roof. He definitely helicopter towels on the sideline.
No doubt.
Standing on the bench.
There's no doubt that Bobby did that. All right, we will step away, take a break. We've still got to kind of give you some of the matchups that we're going to be looking at for this Clemson LSU one. Kind of some final thoughts there, some predictions for the game. We got to put together the Pontoon parlay. We got to get to your questions to close out Ask the Bench. Remember, we are here at Rouses Market on Burbank. Come hang out with us. Come see us. You can come pick up some delicious Mai Hais. You see right
Check
there
that out.
in front of Matthew Clayton Flynn. That is available here. Everything is available. It's already stirring up. People already in, eating their breakfast, sitting right here, listening to us a little bit earlier. So come hang out with us again. Rouses on Burbank. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website if you want to sign up for that residential or commercial trash pickup service. Remember, they got 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters as well to choose from. So you give them a call. Hey, here's my project at my home, at my business. Here is kind of what we're anticipating. And so they're going to say, okay, well, this is the size dumpster that you need. They're going to deliver it. They're going to pick it up whenever you're done. But if you have more than you told them, more than you expected, they'll come, pick it up, empty it, and bring it back to you as well. Incredible customer service with Trash Rangers, 225-612-2477.
Yeah, and how about text reminders the night before the trash is going to get taken out? So, this is a party weekend. This is a bunch of people get together to watch LSU play football this weekend. So that makes a lot of trash. And what is worse than having a lot of trash and forgetting to take it out? So they will text you. That will never happen again. Reliable, waste, hassle-free trash removal service right here in South Louisiana. TrashRangers.com.
Year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We are live here, Rouses Markets, Burbank. Come hang out with us. We're going to be here for 45 minutes or so left here in the show. So come hang out, come eat with us. We had a couple of people sit down, enjoy their breakfast while they listen to these incredible sports takes here on the program.
Get them while they're hot. That's what they're saying right here, Rouses. They've been, since we've been here, I got here at 6:30, they have been fully staffed, cooking, prepping meals, prepping this Hey, let's see. We got these hot plate buffets. We got salad bars. We have sushi. They got they got everything over here. So if you're hungry, if you're looking for some breakfast, looking for some lunch, got to get your groceries, do it all in one place. Come out and see us. Come say hi to us for the next, 30, 40, 45 minutes, whatever it is. Come to Rouses right here on Burbank.
All right, I want to remind you about our friends also over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com, GetGordon.com, and throughout the state of Louisiana. Remember, it is your area code followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done. And if you want to get a billboard done, you want to enter the billboard contest, remember you can do that as well. If you just want to go to your favorite search engine, type in Gordon McKernan billboard competition. That's going to pull up, and you could submit the next billboard that you see across town, right? Billboards all over the place for Gordon McKernan, but you can have the next design. So enter the competition. If you look, you got prizes as well. You got first, second, third place prizes. And so it's a cool opportunity for you there as well. GetGordon.com. All right, one of the things we're going to do here in this segment, Matthew, we're going to look at some of the matchups that, could decide the game. And right now, our guy Hunt Palmer has an article up, 3 matchups to watch, LSU at Clemson on LouisianaSports.net. Now, for him, he's got the Clemson defensive line versus the LSU offensive line. All right, that's one of the big matchups everybody's going to be paying attention to. He's got the Clemson receivers versus the LSU defensive backs. Certainly now with the A.J. Halsey news, that maybe even be at the top of the list. And then special teams was the last one there. And for special teams in LSU right now, I mean, the returners that they have, and look, we could talk kicker and punter and stuff. I'm talking about the return game. LSU has got, Varian Brown, they got Xavion Thomas, A.J. Anderson returned to kick for a touchdown a year ago. I mean, you've got plenty of options there, so certainly going to favor LSU in that matchup. But if I threw that question to you, if I said, all right, position versus position, here versus there, where are you going?
I got 2 that I'm looking at, and it's not – one of them's not position versus position. It's coach versus coach.
Okay.
It's Blake Baker.
Yep.
How is that chess game?
So Blake Baker versus Garrett Riley.
Yeah, so how is that chess game going to go between these 2 coaches? Of course, Blake Baker. We did a lot last year. Last season – LSU's defense, some would say it overachieved based on the talent levels that it had from top to bottom on the defense. Now we have filled those holes. And of course, I know that we are going to be missing one of our starting safeties for the first half, but how is it, the Clemson Tigers have a Heisman candidate quarterback who is deadly with his feet, can be, and deadly and accurate passer. So how can we get that guy moving east-west instead of north and south? How is Blake Baker's scheme? How is he going to use Harold Perkins? How can he get him in a position to affect the game? And so I'm just really curious how that's going to play out, because I've watched film of Clemson, and I've seen games where they are explosive. Then I've seen games where they struggled. So can Blake Baker kind of pick out what those teams did last year to make Cade Klubnik feel uncomfortable, to make them struggle on third downs? Can he figure out what the game plan is to do that? So that is something I'm really curious. How are we going to use Harold Perkins, and how is Blake Baker going to scheme up this Clemson offense? Because what we see tomorrow is going to paint a pretty big picture for the rest of the season, because of the offenses and the quarterbacks that we'll face that are kind of built in that same mold as Cade Klubnik. They can throw, but they are also very deadly with their feet. The next matchup that I'm looking at tomorrow is the LSU running game. Can we improve from last year? And it won't be hard. It's not going to be hard to improve from the running game from 2024. So schematically, what are we doing? Are we being creative in the running game? Are our offensive linemen exploding off the ball? Are they moving their man back? Are they moving him backwards? Or are we going backwards? Is there going to be daylight and holes that our running backs can use vision and not have get contacted at the line of scrimmage every single time and have to fight for 1, 2, 2.5 yards on first down? Can we stay on schedule with the running game? Because if the running game can be at least dangerous, it doesn't have to be the best running game in the country, because you do have an incredible passing game. But if it can at least be respectable, if we can at least stay on schedule on down and distance. And if we can at least threaten the defense that we can pick up 3, 4, 5 yards running the ball consistently, then Garrett Nusmeier has an opportunity to go on one of these incredible seasons and go on one of these runs that is going to be one of the best passing seasons in LSU history. But it all starts with the running game. If we're going to rely on Garrett to throw 50, 60 times a game, look out.
Yeah. I agree with the running game. It's got to go up. It's got to be more diverse. It's got to be something that teams respect. You can't just sit Garrett Nusmeier back there and just every single time the defense knows exactly where the spot is, right? And he's just sitting there and they know what they can rush to. How do you do that? You slow them down. You run the football, play action pass. They've got the running back to do it in Caden Durham. We'll see if the offensive line will be able to hold up their end of the bargain. But it's got to be more diversity. It's got to be more than just inside zone. It's got to be outside zone. It's got to be power. It's got to be counter. It's got to be duo. It's got to be all these things that we talk about. Hey, get on the edge. Run, stretch, lead. Whatever you got to do, get the ball to Caden Durham with an opportunity and with something that is more than just one singular style of run play. So, that's my big key to the run game is diversity in the run game. As far as matchups, we talk about the Clemson defensive line versus the LSU offensive line. What about the LSU defensive line going against the Clemson offensive line? Their offensive line is not full of world beaters. It's not full of first-round picks. It is a unit that certainly has had tough times in the past. And if this conversation was last year, I'd say it doesn't really matter. But LSU has done a couple of things. They've added players through the portal on their defensive front. They've got a player back from injury. And also those young guys that were forced to play as true freshmen last year are now going into their sophomore season. So you bring in Jack Pyburn from Florida. You bring in Patrick Payton from Florida State. You go get Butler from Nebraska. You go get Bernard Gooden from South Florida. Okay, that's who you bring in. You get Jacobian Guillory back from injury. Gabe Relaford, Dominic McKinley, Ahmad Bro, all those players, now they've been through the fire. They understand what it is. They all had to play a ton as true freshmen. This defensive line room is so much more talented than it was a year ago. A year ago, it was held together with duct tape and super glue. Now you've got some Jimmies, you've got some Joes, and oh yeah, you've got one of the most intense human beings I've ever been around in Kyle Williams coaching them every single day. If anybody's going to expect and ask you for your very best every single day, it is Kyle Williams. We're not talking enough about this defensive line going against that offensive line. And I understand why we're talking about the other. I get that. I understand the question. Clemson's got 2 All-Americans. You've got 4 new starters. But if you flip it, Clemson should be asking themselves about LSU's defensive line, where that was not a question a year ago.
Yeah, I like how we keep bringing Kyle Williams up when we talk about defensive line, because we know this line is going to be very well coached. And going into a game, playing a quarterback like Klubnik, you have to be so buttoned up with not making a mental error as a defensive lineman. And what I mean by mental error is you always have to be gap sound when you're rushing the quarterback. We talked yesterday about mistakes that teams made last year playing Cade Klubnik. They rushed north and south, all 4 of them. And when you do that, you create these huge windows of opportunity for a quarterback to not only see daylight, but to understand exactly what your body momentum is and the speed of which you're going up the field. So he knows which gaps I can run in. It just clears the way. It makes it so easy. So when you play a running quarterback like this that can beat you and can make explosive plays, you have to have gap integrity. You have to rush not necessarily north-south all the time, not with everybody at least. You have to do a little bit of east-west as well. And you got to keep them in the pocket. You got to close those gaps. The distance between the center and the guard and the tackle, you need to try to tighten that up as much as you can. You don't want 3, 4, 5 feet in between each guy because that makes it really easy for a quarterback to see where his window of opportunity is to beat the defense with his feet. So, yeah, defensive line. I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of juice Jack Pyburn brings to this pass rush and what kind of juice he brings just that defensive line. So I expect that defense to, go out there. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of confidence, I feel like, coming out of training camp with that defense. Excited to see how they come out and play with their hair on fire, man. They're going to be playing fast, and hopefully they make some plays. But just going to be a battle of two really, really good teams. So I'm excited for this opening game. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want to be going out and playing some really small
Central
school.
Arkansas.
Wouldn't want to be playing Central Arkansas. Did you just take a swipe at Missouri?
That's what they played yesterday.
I know. That's your team, though.
Georgia's playing Marshall.
Hate to be Missouri
and
right
then
now.
Austin Peay.
Lame.
Give me a game that I'm sitting here and I've thought about for 7 months.
State. Been better than Penn State. They play
Penn
like
State's
7.
got Nevada, FIU, and Villanova their first 3 games.
Beta moves, Penn State.
That's their non-con games, guys.
You know what? Why don't you be a man and schedule Clemson on the road? That's it.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
All right, again, great article by our guy, Hunt Palmer. You can check that out, LouisianaSports.net. One final thing here before we get out. I do like that he mentioned special teams. I know we've mentioned returners. In a game like this, I'm pretty sure Barry Brown returned a kick for a touchdown against Clemson when he was at Kentucky, so he's got experience there as well. In a game like this, in a magnitude like this, when everything's heightened, special teams can be that deciding factor. I'm not trying to sound like every single special teams coach in the history of football, but it is that third phase. It is a part of the game where you can steal possessions, you can steal points, field position, all of that. LSU has got the best returners in the country. I mean, when you have that many players, what do you have, 3 guys that have returned a kick for a touchdown, either a punt or a kickoff on your roster? That speaks for itself, and so that is going to be crucial in this matchup. We'll step away, kind of give you our prediction for this game. We still got the Pontoon parlay to put together. We'll have all that for you when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Very good. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. If you are buying new, if you are leasing, if you're renting, every single thing is available. So go to the website today. Check out what they've got for you. Whatever those needs are, they can be met every single time over at All-Star. But what a great time to check out the rentals, because it is per-day rental prices. It's outstanding prices, better than the big box rental store. You're going to go to the airport and have to, figure out which of the 3 cars they offer you're going to have to choose from. Not the case over at All-Star. Everything's available. Incredible pricing. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Yeah, go see the team over there today on Airline near Goodwood. If it's just that time, you need a new vehicle, well, go check them out, whether it's brand new, whether it's used, whether it's a long-term lease, or like Jake said, whether it's a per-day rental. Everything on the lot is available. Go right there on the website, see what is on their lot right now, and start that trade-in process today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here. We eat out here. We watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB. We are here live on remote at Rouses on Burbank, man. Come check out all the different options they have for you. I mean, you talk about if you're getting your grub for your tailgate, what better place than come than your local Rouses, the one we're at right now on Burbank. As I said, man, it has been popping the entire morning. I mean, people coming in, getting their breakfast. You got lunchtime here, rolling around here pretty soon. So come see us, come hang out. Rouses on Burbank.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's give our LSU prediction.
Okay.
And then let's give a pick for the Pontoon parlay.
Okay, how granular you want to get on this prediction? Like passing yards exactly?
No. Just
Okay.
just a who wins and maybe a score if you want to.
Okay.
I'm not looking for, a thesis on this. Then you got to give a pick for your Pontoon parlay, which last week I believe we went 2-2.
We're going 4-0.
We're going to go 4-0.
4-0 today,
This
baby.
time that's what it's going to be.
All right.
Would you like to kick it off?
Yeah.
LSU-Clemson prediction.
So my prediction, I mean, there's going to be no shock. We are not afraid to pick LSU every single week. We are homers. We played for LSU, okay? So, sorry.
That we did, Derek. We did.
Don't expect anything different from us. LSU's going to win. There's no doubt about it. I think I said this. Hunt had a station survey 2 weeks ago. I believe LSU wins by double digits even. I know. I get it. We haven't won the last 5 years. Well, this is the year, and it's going to happen. You can feel confident, LSU fans, that LSU is going to win this game. I feel ultra confident. Yeah, I felt ultra confident the last 5 years, but I felt even more ultra confident this year. We are going to be tested. We are playing the best team we have faced on an opening game in a long time, and we are playing it in their house. But I think that is going to help us. I think the energy, we are going to bring it. I think the talent is there. We have brought in the pieces to complete this puzzle, and I think our coaches are going to do a great job. I think we win by 10, and which is going to boost Garrett Nusmeier to be the top, one of the top Heisman contenders all season long. So that is how I feel, and I believe the score, don't quote me on this, but I Said it the other day, 38-27.
Okay.
LSU Tigers.
All right. Again, we gave this out a couple of days ago to Hunt Palmer. You can find that on LouisianaSports.net, but I'll stay with my
So if you're looking for an alternate line bet, LSU minus 9.5.
That will pay.
That'll pay. That'll pay. LSU minus 9.5. That might be turnover chain worthy.
I'll say it is.
Okay, that's my bold prediction. LSU minus 9.5.
Okay. I picked 31-28 in favor of LSU a couple of days ago. I'm going to stick with that. I think it is a game that features some really great plays on offense. I think both quarterbacks are going to make plays. I think there's going to be opportunities for some of these receivers from both teams that we've talked about so many times here in the build-up the last 7 months getting ready for this game, and I think they all show out. But I do think it is, balls in Garrett Nusmeier's hand. There's, a minute and 37 seconds left. He gets it on his own 30-yard line. He drives LSU down there. They get in position. Boom, field goal goes through the uprights. As time expires, LSU wins. I think it's in dramatic fashion. I like LSU 31, Clemson 28. Let's throw it back to studio. Tay-Tay and Alondra, what you got?
Go ahead, Tay-Tay. Oh, you want me to go?
I'll go. Okay. Very similar to Jake. I'm going to go 30-28 LSU. I think Tigers are down in the fourth quarter. Garrett Nusmeier takes them on that fourth quarter drive, puts them ahead, sack on the defensive side, ends things for Clemson when they get the ball back to try to go down and win that game. I think the Tigers get this one done.
All right. I think the Tigers get it done because there's no way, absolutely no way that we lose 6 openers in a row. I just refuse to believe it. If we do, then we're cursed, and it's just, I don't even know what to think about it anymore. But my final score prediction is going to be 38-31 LSU.
All right, 38-31. Eventually, the losing streak's got to stop. Might as well start right now. LSU's done a lot in the portal. They have tried to add to this roster. They have spent $18 million on this roster. I believe that's the number that I saw from Brian Kelly the other day. So, look, if not now, then when? Go ahead and break the curse. Go win a season opener for the first time since 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson were on this football team. All right, we're also going to give you now our picks for the Pontoon parlay. I'll start us off so y'all can get y'all's ready. Mine is going to be a Maction team on the road in the SEC to cover. Give me Toledo plus 10.5 versus the Kentucky Wildcats in Lexington. I think Toledo covers. Toledo absolutely ran through Mississippi State a year ago on the road. I don't know that they outright win the game, but I've got Toledo covering against Kentucky plus the 10.5. I'll take that all day, Flynn.
Do you know much about the Toledo team this year?
Yeah.
Do you just know plenty about Kentucky?
No,
you're betting against Kentucky here.
A little bit of it, but no, Toledo actually a year ago was a good football team. As I mentioned, they went through Mississippi State. They had a couple of other big wins. They beat Pitt in a bowl game, in a 6-overtime bowl game, 48-46. I believe that was the Game Above Sports Bowl a year ago. So, look, they're not going to be scared. Last year, they went into Starkville, Mississippi, and beat the Bulldogs 41-17.
Wait.
Give me the Rockets to cover.
They beat them 41-17?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
In Starkville. No, swear to God. Happened. True story.
I got Levy?
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
Yep,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, my pick for the Pontoon.
You know what Levy felt after that?
Preach. We haven't used those enough today.
I know. Sorry.
All right, my pick number 2 on the Pontoon parlay that will factually happen 100%. I'm looking at the current lines for Texas, Ohio State, and trying to figure out if there's something happen. We just have some betting, some big dogs, some sharks coming out to bite right now and betting a lot on Texas. But on a line that opened up on, I think, August 10th at +3 or 3.5 for Texas. It's kind of stayed in that area, and it's kind of slowly moved. It is at Texas is +0.5 points. So basically a chalk matchup right now from a betting perspective. I don't think Texas wins this game. I don't think Ark Manning has the game that people expect him to all over the country. I think he's going to be a great quarterback. But this is a big, big, big situation for him to get thrown in there.
Yeah.
First game as a full-time starter. And it's an 11 a.m. game. Quarterbacks hate playing 11 a.m. games. I just don't think he's going to have that. I think they're a really, really good team.
Yeah.
I don't think they are deserving of the number 1 rank just because they got a new quarterback, just because of a lot of different things. But I don't think they are going into Ohio State week 1 and beating them. Ohio State wins that game. We got them ranked number 1 on OTB, top 25 poll. So it is and they are 0.5 point favorites right now. I am taking that all day and going home with it. So give me Ohio State at minus 0.5.
All right.
Crazy how the line moved that. Like, moved 3 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been some crazy movement.
There are some people in Vegas right now laying some big dollars on the Longhorns.
All right, let's throw it back to studio. Tay and Alondra, give us your pick for the Pontoon parlay.
My pick for the Pontoon parlay this week, and I'm glad Matt went first so that he couldn't snipe me on this one, but I am going to go Alabama versus Florida State. I'm going to take the under in that game, 49.5. I have no idea what Ty Simpson's going to do, so I just don't know how much belief. I know everybody's has him like at 8, 9, whatever. I just don't know how much belief I personally have in Alabama this season. So I'm going to take the under in that game, Alabama FSU minus 49.5. Tay.
Yeah, I'll
wait,
go
hold on.
hold
on. Go ahead. Oh, I thought they were going to say
I'll go South Carolina, Virginia Tech here. South Carolina, 9.5-point favorite right now. I know that's a big number, but Lenora Sellers, the hype train. Let's see how it goes week 1. Virginia Tech, disappointing season a year ago. I don't expect that to turn around anytime soon. So I'm going to go South Carolina in Atlanta to cover the 9.5 against Virginia Tech.
All right, so there it is. On the Pontoon parlay, let's see, we've got Toledo plus 10.5 against Kentucky. You've got the under in the Alabama-Florida State game. You've got the Buckeyes, Ohio State to cover against the Texas Longhorns. And you've got South Carolina to cover against the Virginia Tech Hokies. Go ahead. It's called a Pontoon parlay for a reason. You can put all those picks together, and we're going to go 4 for 4. Go ahead and fill in that right now. Went 2-2 last week, and so feeling good.
This is a win. Remember, it's not gambling if you win. So this is a guaranteed win. Actually, it is gambling. Yeah, you got to get it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. Take it back. Take it back. Gambling problem? Call.
Oh.
Yep, that's on me.
Yep. Real quick, before we take this last break and get to Ask the Bench, I want to remind you about our friends over at Campus Federal. Since 1934, Campus Federal has been built on one simple idea: people helping people. What started with 7 LSU employees has grown into one of Louisiana's most trusted credit unions, serving more than 44,000 members across Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and in Shreveport. The difference with them, you're not just a customer, you're a member of a community that gives back, lifts up, and moves forward together. Game day or payday, make the smarter play. Visit campusfederal.org. Campusfederal.org is the website, campusfederal.org. All right, we will step away, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up like we always do with Ask the Bench right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommies with a Y.com. When you go there, you will clearly see the difference. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. You got galleries of work on all of the things they can do for you. And if you want to see just exactly, kind of what they do and who they are, all you got to do is go check out the website. You'll see all the banners that they hang as far as the awards that they win. I mean, right there, if you're watching this on YouTube, 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, on and on and on. Right, we're looking for that first win for LSU since 2019. That's not the case for Tommy and the team.
Every single
year. Go to the website, GoTommies.com.
Yeah, Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Go check them out right there. And yeah, man, how about a Lifetime warranty on any window that they install. That means they will guarantee that window for life. Schedule reliable window installation service right here in South Louisiana. Like Jake said, awards every single year. So a company that works with integrity, they're dependable, professional, and most importantly, when you're doing a project at your house, you want it to be efficient. So go check them out. GoTommies.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it.
5 bad boys with the power to rock you, blowing your mind, so you gotta get into 5. What you waiting for? If you want it, 3, 2, 1, let's do it.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's see if we can get to some of these. Ask the bench for you.
For you. Ooh. Slam dunk funk. Turn it up. Oh, the slam dunk. Dabo's head in the ground. Fall down that hill.
Ask the bench. I got invited to a dinner where Gordy is the guest speaker. Will I be inspired when I leave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Gordy's great at inspiration.
Great MC.
Ask the bench, do you dip your wings, ranch, blue cheese, etc., or eat them as seasoned? Does anybody just eat them as is? I feel like you got mental problems if you don't dip them.
Yeah, you got to dip.
You got to dip. Always dipping. I don't know anyone that dips blue cheese either. It's always about that ranch.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let's see. Why's that? Go away, little boy. Ask the bench. Going on a vacation with the family this weekend. When LSU wins, would it be frowned upon if I left the family they will for sure be sleeping and went to party at the hotel bar. Nope. Do that. Go Tigers. They're going to win. It's a fact. We're not just saying it.
Let's go.
It's going to happen. Go Tigers.
Off the bench.
The rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturdays just got way more fun. College football is back. Think you know the game? Put your knowledge to the test with DraftKings Sportsbook and turn your picks into big payouts with live betting, week odds boosts, and more. DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to own every Saturday. Here's something special for your first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Baton Rouge. That is code Baton Rouge, all one word. For new customers to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Licensee partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms and youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.